You'll wing it. You'll wing it.
I should have come up with lyrics for the theme song.
Thank Rob Halford.
I'm your terrible mother. Ow.
All right. All right.
Go.
Here it is. Ready, Dane?
Ready.
Here we go.
Yes, ready. Hello.
3,
Ready.
2.
Are you guys ready?
Just trying to figure out the sound machine. Thank you so much. And don't forget to leave a review on Google. Thank you.
You know, I read the reviews on Google, and I don't know how. I think they're talking about the wrong show. They're sparkling. They're like Johnny Beane TV has the most funny, entertaining hosts. They brighten my day. I'm thinking that you've put the wrong review, and then I keep reading more and more and more, and people keep putting these good reviews up. Do they watch the freaking show? It's like Bang Energy Drink. Do they actually watch the show and see the crap we pull with them? Do they actually watch the show? I don't think anyone's actually watching the actual show.
Did the people at Bang Energy actually talk to the doctors that are in the emergency rooms treating these patients after they've drank that stuff?
What are you talking about? Why are you killing Bang Energy Drink? What are you talking about?
Stuff's delicious.
Delicious Bang. And today's flavor, blue and yellow limoncello in support of Ukraine. Yeah, baby. Blue and yellow limoncello. Thank you, Bang Energy Drink.
Thank you,
Bang.
Bang.
Stuff.
Limoncello.
Blue and yellow limoncello. Johnny Beane TV. Talking guitars. 80's man alive. Do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are live, by the way. Live as can be, boys and girls.
Live and unfiltered.
This is like SNL. No 7-second delay. If we accidentally say a curse word, it gets on the air.
Man, what is today, though? April 12th, 2022, 8:11 p.m. Eastern, 5:11 Pacific, out here in Santa Cruz, California. Hello.
Pacific.
It's income tax time, everybody. Ay.
Oh boy, they never give me a refund, and yet I always want to pay them, even though I make like next to no money in my life. I don't know how that works.
Man.
Yeah, Keith Campbell brings up a good point. He's like, hey, John, did you get your pink beanie back yet from Justin Bieber? Let me tell you something. I got news for you. I was watching American Idol. I'm watching American Idol with Mama Kuda. And there is another guy that's stealing my pink beanie look this week on American Idol. We'll talk about it a little while. Let's get through the credits. Let's introduce everything. Let's promote things. Let's talk about stuff. Let's wait for more people to pour into the chat. Let's do this, Johnny. Let's thank the great Dane Zimmerman of Zim's Guitars for being here today.
I just want to thank you guys for letting me participate in this Tuesday night event that you've got going on here.
We love you, brother. We love you. And then, of course, the great Johnny Beane at the production helm.
Thank you so much.
He's really like up close tonight's show. He's like,
right,
a little different.
Johnny's like right in the face of the viewer today. You can almost taste him. And
slightly different camera angle going on.
No one cares. Yeah, no one cares. Neander Paul is sick today. We want to wish him a well wishes. He went last week was Biker Week out in Arizona, and he was hosting a bunch of live events. And somewhere along the line, he got something. So we don't want to speculate what.
I imagine there was a lot of handshaking going on where he
handshaking, tongue swapping, spit. Penile implants going into vaginal openings, things like that. And, Paulie's sick and he's bedridden right now. So we want to wish him well because Paulie's my buddy and my partner. We love him. So let's all give well wishes to Paulie. And Mama Kuda's got a tummy ache today. Today, Mama Kuda, she's watching from her bed. She's got a tummy ache today. Of course, the day started with I might be having a heart attack. I'm like, yo, what, Mom? Wait, let's hold on. I'll call 911. Well, I'm reading on it right now. I said, what are you talking about? Well, I've got a tummy ache, and that is a sign, one of the symptoms of a heart attack. So she's sitting there reading. She's reading the online, and she's like, it says upset stomach is one of the symptoms of a heart attack. I don't know. Do you have any chest pain? Well, no. Do you have any of the other symptoms? Really, no. My shoulder's sore, but it's been sore all week. Yeah, well, you're not having a week-long heart attack, but that was from when she was lifting weights. Mama Kuda does little weight lifts, for exercise. But she's reading up on the possibility. All day this was going on. It says right here, stomach ache could be the possibility that you're having a heart attack. I said it could also be the possibility the fish you ate last night isn't very good. Well, there's that, but it could be a heart attack. I'm just saying, don't stress me out, John. This could be the onset of, God forbid, a heart attack that you're causing me. So there you go. So let's wish Mama Kuda, who's not having a heart attack, thank God, well wishes on her tummy ache. And she's watching right now. So love you, Mama.
Yeah. Hope you feel better soon.
There you go. It's nothing a little bit of Colonel's Gourmet popcorn in cheddar cheese flavor wouldn't cure. Delicious Colonel's Gourmet popcorn and more. They have nuts and chocolate-covered cashews, all sorts of candy and sugar-free candy, all sorts of treats. And did you know that when you mention Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon, they give you more product? I'll bet that would cheer me up. Some big bags of more product, Colonel's delicious gourmet popcorn and more. I'm just saying, God forbid I have a heart attack and I'm having not any more Colonel's gourmet popcorn for the rest of my life. That's the last thing I want to see by my bedside is my child and a big box of Colonel's delicious gourmet cheese popcorn. I'm just saying in case you want to get me some, John. There you go.
It's good stuff.
It's great stuff. Thank you, Colonels.
Thank you. We love you, Colonels.
We do, and we love Mama Kuda. There you go. Right now, Paul's like, hey, I don't feel good. I would love some delicious Colonel's Gourmet popcorn. What? Anyway, let's welcome our executive producers, the big bosses, also watching right now. Like Dave Ennis, Vinyl Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy, Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Wayno, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson, ADHD Sharp, Michael B, R Habs, Warlag, the Chad, Lawrence Christensen, Lenny Lou, and my little geriatric sex kitten Mary. I hope you guys are feeling well. I know you were suffering with the virus recently, so I know it's been going on for a while. So I hope you're feeling better. I know you're watching. James Gum, yes. John Moronic, Paul Martin Woods, Stephen Franklin, Michael the Captain Smith, Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, David Allen Wright, and Big Boss Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael. And that's
Carmichael.
That's the top tier channel membership here on John Beane TV. And extra special, I was going to say thank yous. Well wishes to Dave Ennis. Dave Ennis, I was doing the string change show. Well, I was playing the guitar the other night live, and Dave Ennis.
Do it live.
Dave Ennis actually was in the chat, and he was actually saying that he slipped on some ice and broke his back. So it's not good.
Why are you laughing?
It's not good. So Dave Ennis, stop laughing.
Sorry, Dave.
Is there video?
No,
of
you
that?
know why I'm laughing, because literally, I watch TV with Mama Kuda, and through the day there are these lawyer commercials. Injured, slip and fall, accident. It's not your fault, and you deserve a cash outpay. That's the lawyer right there. That scumbag.
I know.
I'm a attorney. Mesquire. Yeah, no, and these slimy attorneys come on the phone, all polished in suits. Are you injured? I believe you are. Slip and fall on your neighbor's walk that should have been repaved years ago. Ice that they should have shoveled. Salt that's slippery and stuff. Sand on the walkway that they should have swept up. Grass that's overgrown. Weeds they should have clipped. Uneven pavement that they should have called the town for. You deserve a cash payment for your injury, your pain and suffering, your time out of work. Let the law offices of Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em serve you in your accidental lawsuit. We'll be right behind your ambulance. Just wave at us. And I don't understand. There's so many of them. We got $3 million for Michael here, and Michael slipped and fell down a manhole. I slipped and fell down a manhole, but Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em got me a cash award of $3.7 million. I got paid. I mean, these people do these homemade commercials, and it's really funny. And they hire people that are clearly reading cue cards and have no idea.
Yeah, I know.
I got the lawyer's settlement from my landlord for lead paint poisoning, and I deserved it because my child died. It's like, what? It's like, you didn't even
reading that.
Like, there was no emotion in there. There was no emotion. When I lost my arm. Oh, wait, what? Oh. When I lost my arm in a terrible car crash, Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em saved my floppy stump, and I got $70 million. Thank you, Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em. Thumbs up. Oh, a thumbs up.
Yeah, those commercials are terrible.
Yeah, no, and we're watching them all day. The slimiest looking lawyers you could ever see. Can we see that lawyer again? No, so look at that slime ball.
That's him.
Good God.
Here's a couple of
But
them.
it's so funny. It's like you could slip and fall in a store that has wood flooring coming up, that has stoneways they should. I mean, they're suggesting everything in the book that you could sue for. Rainfall hit you in the head, you should be covered. I mean, you name it. Car malfunction, you can sue and get a cash award that you're deserving. Woodpecker damage, you should sue. I mean, there's Mama Kuda in what was the Wonder Bug, and after that horrible car crash, she sued and got $37 million that I don't tell my son I have. That's right, $37 million. Thank you, Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em, for my injury and pain and suffering. Like my tummy ache. I'm probably going to sue the restaurant.
Oh, my gosh. I was sitting outside Hobby Lobby in my car yesterday, and the wind blew a cart right into my car.
That sounds like an injury.
So I'm thinking about it.
Are you working, Mr. Beane?
Of course not.
Lost wages and time. And I'm sure, are you comfortable right now?
Not at all.
Pain and suffering. Of course, you're entitled to compensation, Mr. Beane. That shopping cart clearly incapacitated you. Do you have, say, how should I put this, a floppy penis in bed? Are
Not
you
anymore.
incapacitated sexually?
I will be.
Are you erectile dysfunctionally because of the trauma from your injury? Is what I'm saying, Mr. Beane.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, you wanted to have kids recently, right, Mr. Beane?
Every day.
Ah, now you're devoid of children. Your wife's barren like a field of Easter eggs freshly plucked from a bunch of children on Easter Day. No eggs left, all rotting whatever's found, and nobody to pluck them now. Now you got pain and suffering, and you got no kids, and your life is ruined and destroyed. Your future's gone. Your wife's gonna leave you for your floppy schmeckle, and your pain and suffering, and you are injured and entitled to compensation, Mr. Beane.
Starting to sound like Gilbert Gottfried is your lawyer.
No, Gilbert Gottfried is different, rest in peace. Gilbert Gottfried was something like this. Gilbert would say, "Oh, Johnny Beane, are you injured? Is your penis chopped off and caught between a train and a train track? Did it go chugga, chugga, chugga over your rod? Over what your wife used to sit on and bounce up and down, pleasurably enjoying your cock? But now it's nothing but penile pudding. Now, Johnny, you can sue the train company." That's Gilbert Gottfried.
No, honestly, whoever owns that shopping cart, they should have had their attendants out there and putting them back in and putting them away and bringing them back up into the store.
Exactly,
No,
Dane. Exactly.
They were just blowing all over the parking lot.
See, Dane, that's what we call negligence. See, if they would have hired a minimum wage worker to collect those carts, our client, Mr. Beane here, would not be injured and pain and suffering and entitled to large cash compensation. See?
See, look at that. Look at the damage.
Have you sent that to a lawyer?
Oh, my goodness. There's damage to your vehicle as well?
Yeah, it ran into my car.
That's more compensation. You know how much cars cost these days? Oh, my gosh, Mr. Beane. You are entitled to so much compensation. You better go Lamborghini shopping now. And remember, we get nothing if you get nothing. We get 35%, of course, if you collect. But we get nothing if you get nothing. We're on your side. Yeah, so I was enjoying those lawyer commercials today with Mama Kuda. And they really, really look greasy and slimy. Can we see that guy again?
This greasy guy?
Maternity. Mesquire. Yep. David Crosby Mesquire.
Mistake.
Yeah. Let's say hi to our beloved audience who we treasure and don't take for granted. Let's say hi right now to Alice Martinez, Joe Hervey, James G, Robert Ranford, the delicious Lindy Lynch. And yes, I know Gilbert died today. We'll be talking about him. Keith Campbell, Hit Metalworks, Joe Hervey 84, Nightbot in the house, Hellstorm, Bozique, Megatod 707, Robert Ranford, Mama Kuda, Leo Safko, Craven Soda, Tim Thomas, Rock Daddy, Thomas Santiago, Janice, la 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 la, and my girl Sandra Picorni, 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 Picorni. You're entitled to compensation. Let's see. Kentra 55, Joe Hervey 84, my Jew homie, Warlag, one of the big bosses in the house. Craven Soda, Bozique, Mike Neese, Rico B, Rico, Suave.
You know Rico B.
Let's see. We do. We know everybody here. These are the regulars. My man Symmetry, kicking right along. Kentra 55. Just scrolling through. Everyone else piling in. Christopher Live Sawa. Kurt 5150.
Hey, man.
Let's see. My girl Erica and her lovely wife Sophie. My buddy Mike Mers. Shout out to my house sitter, Carlos.
Hello?
Let's see. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Everybody?
Tim Thomas and everyone else. Hal Face. I see everyone. They're flooding in. I can't even read that fast.
Carlos is
Renus,
just watching
Renus in the house.
just to
Gretchen
make
Zeppelin in
sure
the house.
you're still out there.
Huh?
Carlos
Murphy.
is watching just to make sure you're still out in New York.
Who's watching? Yeah, Carlos is watching. He's like, please, please, please. Yes, yes, yes. He's in New York. All right, the party's on. The party's on. Call the caterers. Yes, yes, yes.
Tommy Lee's coming over.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah.
Party tonight.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, we're live on Facebook.
We are live on Facebook.
We're actually live
Who's over
everywhere.
there?
We're
Sharon
live all over the
Dollar
place.
over there. Who else we got over there? Robert Radford. Black Salami. Thank you, Black Salami.
We got Facebook user.
Zeke.
We got Facebook user.
Here's another one of our satisfied clients. Mr. Bo Zeke witnessed an accident. As a result, he had diarrhea, gonorrhea, athlete's foot, tough-acted tenacity. The law offices of John Mancuttestein got him compensation for $18.2 million settlement minus lawyer fee. And, oh my gosh, is he happy now. Every poopy he takes is like farting money.
Ew.
I have a feeling if Johnny did win a big lawsuit like that, it would probably be the end of talking guitars and 80s metal.
No, I think it would be the
Last
same
episode.
quality of show that we'd have right now, is what I think. I think Johnny would have the most exclusive Twitch setup. He'd have like a real, a real type of car for Grand Theft Auto, like a full simulator setup like they do for the military for jet fighters. He'd have an Oculus.
We were talking about those the other night on
gloves,
Twitch.
He'd have everything set up, like millions of dollars of setup for Twitch, but this would still be the same shithole show that you watch every Tuesday.
You mean like this?
There it is. That's it. What's really funny is that room you see up at Johnny's, that's the studio. The rest of the house is all white marble. There's a fountain running through the living room. It's beautiful. Ned is on a big satin pillow. Johnny lives in a huge mansion.
He's got his green screen set up.
There he is.
Yeah.
You guys can't even see him.
Johnny wants to just live humbly in the eyes of the internet. But
You didn't
once
even
you
notice,
get out of
Dan?
that room, he's broadcasting from the backyard shed. Once you get into the main house, it's like, Mr. Beane, will you be taking the elevator to your bedroom? Yes, Jeeves, thank you. And still not paying any of your staff? Yes, thank you. Very good, sir, very good.
What are you
Bang
hiding?
energy drink, sir? Yes.
Will you be taking the elevator to the elevator today?
What are you hiding behind the green screen today?
Yeah, Johnny's got like a wall of 59 Les Pauls. He's got more
There they
celebrity
are.
guitars than I do.
There they are right there. No, it's just a lot of activity going on behind the scenes here, so it's best.
Construction. He's having the indoor pool reupholstered.
A little messy thing going on.
Yeah.
Crime scene.
He's got a button-tuft indoor pool. You've never seen anything like it. Dave. It's like pure 70s, like Playboy Mansion.
It is actually. Oh, we have a call.
There's the call. Let's see who that is.
That's probably for us, Dane.
You're on the air.
No?
Get his credit card info, Dane. That's the Johnny Beane grotto in the next room.
Yeah. Johnny knocked. Huh? Oh, man.
Johnny knocked over a guitar setter. Nice. Anyway, welcome tonight.
Yes. And I'll be right back, too.
Yeah, so no Dane. All right, we'll talk about Gilbert Gottfried. As you know, today, I put it on my Facebook a couple hours ago. A few of those of you that follow me on social media, which should be all of you. No, go to Jonathan Mancuda on Facebook, and you will see, unfortunately, a link to the story that's all over the news right now. A few hours ago, Gilbert Gottfried, the great comedian Gilbert Gottfried, passed away. He was 67 years old. Very unique. This is a terrible year for comics. We lost Bob Saget. We lost Gilbert Gottfried. We lost.
We almost lost Chris Rock. I mean, he got the shit.
Yeah, well, he almost got a concussion to this time, but we did lose. What did we lose? Louis Anderson, and we lost. Yeah, we lost Louis Anderson. I mean, this is a year taking all of our good comics, which is why I'll live forever. And yeah, of course, Betty White, of course. But yeah, I mean, this is really terrible. I've never met Gilbert, but we have mutual friends, of course. I mean, I've done stand-up comedy, and obviously people I've done comedy with have done comedy with him and whatever. But I know a lot of people that knew him, and I always admired him. I always respected him because, again, a lot like me, he worked very, very blue, very, very dirty humor. Which, look, I've said this before. I'm very big on comedy basically having very few boundaries, and comedy being a real representative of freedom of speech. And Gilbert rode that wave to the fullest. If you ever want to see,
what a nice
looks
boy.
Just like me. He looks just like me as a kid. Geez, is that my future? No, look, Gilbert always worked very, very dirty, and I love that. And again, like me, Jewish, and leaned on the Jewish joke crutch a lot, because that's what we do. If you're black, you make a lot more black jokes. If you're Jewish, you make a lot more Jewish jokes. Asian, you make more Asian jokes. This is where it's okay. Is when you're Jewish, you can really, really let it rip. And Gilbert absolutely did. I love to do it too. So I totally really admired him. And again, he took it to the worst level of dirty. And I love that. He was the Affleck Duck, Megatod 707.
Oh, the Pam Anderson roast.
Well, hold
hilarious.
on. He did a lot of roasting, but Megatod 77 brought up, wasn't he the Affleck Duck voice? And he was for a while, but because of his brand of dirty humor and a few things he said, Affleck decided to take that job away from him and get a sound alike, which is where I get my extra check.
Pamela
Affleck. Yeah. No, look, so they have someone else playing that role now that he did play. But again, he was the parrot in Aladdin, if you remember that, which is a Disney film. So Disney was okay with, he went from, doing dirty comedy to doing clean stuff like, a Disney film. Same with Bob Saget. Bob Saget, you don't imagine as a dirty comic. You think Bob Saget, the family-friendly guy, he's on Full House, he's the dad, he's doing the Olsen twins, not doing the Olsen twins.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe nowadays, but no, you associate him with Full House, but if you saw his stand-up comedy, he's talking about, ass rapes and all sorts of things like that. Gilbert Gottfried, same way. Gilbert was a regular at all the roasts, the Pam Anderson roast, the Roseanne Barr roast, the David Hasselhoff roast, just genius stuff, and taking it to the level that a roast should be, which is really no holds barred. Nothing's off the table at a roast. It shouldn't be. And Gilbert lived that perfectly. Yes, Keith Campbell, he was indeed Mr. Mxyzptlk in the Superman animated series as well. Just a great actor and really terrific comic. And, just listening to his version of what is known among comics as the consistent dirtiest joke ever, the Aristocrats. His version was just terrific. He did a 9-minute version of the Aristocrats joke. And for those of you not familiar with what the Aristocrats joke is, anyone who's done stand-up comedy has done a version of the Aristocrats. I've done it. Everyone who's done stand-up comedy has done it. And basically what it is, it's an open-ended joke that you fill in most of with your own material. And the premise is, so a family walks into a talent agency. Talent agent's at the desk, says, what do you got? Oh, we have a nice family-friendly act. All right, what do you guys do? And then you start with doing whatever you do with the mother, father, son, daughter, the dog, whatever setup you have, you know, the aunt, the cousin, whatever. And you basically go in and you tell your own version of what their act is. And usually the act is a crazy, dirty, nutty thing like, Gilbert's version was something to the effect of, so the family walks in to the talent agent, and it's a father and mother and a young daughter and a son, and there's a dog, and they say, we've got a wonderful act. And the talent agent goes, okay, let's see what you got. And so the father pulls down his pants, starts jerking off on the son's face. He then starts taking his big mighty fist, and he's got like a sailor's arm, like he's eating his spinach Popeye with a battleship tattoo on it, and he's taking his giant ham-sized fist, and he starts fisting his daughter's ass, his little 7-year-old daughter, who proceeds to moan while blowing her brother. And while she's blowing her brother, the brother takes a shit and pounds it down his mother's pussy. He's shoving it in his mother's pussy, which is filled with all kinds of maggots and stuff. And what he's doing is he decides to stick his fingers in his mother's eye and pull out her glass eye. And then the daughter starts licking the inside of the mother's skull where the glass eye is and lubes it up for her husband's cock. And he takes the cock and he's pounding her skull where her glass eye was. And he takes off the son's wooden leg and starts fucking the wife's ass with it. And then he sees a mouse hole. He reaches in, grabs a rat out of the mouse hole, bites the rat's head off, starts fingering the rat's head where his neck used to be, and it's all blood shooting everywhere and sperm shooting everywhere. And this went on for 9 minutes. And then once this was going on, he goes, and there you have it. And the talent agent goes, that's not bad. What do you guys call yourselves? The Aristocrats. And that's the joke. So it's basically framed with the family walking in with a family-friendly act. And the comedian takes it from there and basically fills in whatever he wants of the joke. Everything from, the mother starts jerking off the son on a donut and wiping it on her face and pounding it up her son's 7-year-old ass.
Are there customers in there today?
He takes the stapler off of the talent agent's desk and starts stapling his nuts to the desk and stretching it around and shooting ping pong balls off of there. And, shit like that. And you basically fill in the gap, and then you frame it with the closing frame of the talent agent. Well, what do you call yourselves? The Aristocrats. And there it is. That's the Aristocrats joke that's so prevalent in stand-up comedy. And basically, Gilbert did such a great version of it. And again, it's all improv. There's no way you can, set up exactly what you're going to do in that act. It's basically, I'm a pseudonym. There's no monetization on Tuesday nights. We rely on you guys for throwing us bucks. Believe me, YouTube ain't helping us. That and sponsorship. Thank you. But that's basically it. Gilbert's version is one of the most well-known classic versions of the Aristocrats jokes, and you could take a look on YouTube, not right now, but later on, and play it. And Gilbert did that for 9 minutes, and it was just a great version of it. And God bless him. I mean, that's talent. That's, when you can work that sort of dirty language for a long time, that's a natural talent. It's not, you're not rehearsing a knock joke. You're basically coming up with something on the fly and making it as gory and dirty as possible. That is known as the dirtiest joke in comedy, is the Aristocrats joke. And there was who said it? Robert Ranford. There is a documentary done on the joke itself and how everyone does their own version of it. And like I said, Gilbert's is classic, but Gilbert's whole stand-up act was always very, very dirty and very fun. And that's really what you knew you were getting into. You knew you're going to Gilbert Gottfried. This is not going to be a family-friendly show. It's like when you go on Tuesday nights and you come here, you better hold on to your hats, kids. This is not, hi, Allie. This is not a family-friendly show. I mean, it's it depends on your family. I mean, look, if you're in Alabama and you know that your 14-year-old cousin gives great blowjobs, yes, this is your type of family-friendly show. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. But you knew going in that Gilbert Gottfried was not a family-friendly act. He was an adult act and just hilarious. And yet, here's the same talent that put it all out there in the Aladdin movie as the parrot, as the wisecracking parrot of Aladdin's. And
John's not kidding. Look it up. They talk about that joke, and it's exactly what he was talking about. It's insanity.
Yeah.
Can you remember when they roasted Pamela Anderson, the joke that really got her upset? Something about being on the beach. She's running on the beach, and then her vagina.
Oh yeah, no. So
what was that?
Pamela Anderson's running on the beach, and she comes on a magic lamp. She comes on a magic lamp. I'm sorry. She was probably fucking it. And she comes upon a magic lamp. So she rubs the magic lamp, and a genie comes out, and he says, "Oh, you freed me. I'm a genie. I'm granting you one wish." So Pamela says, "Oh, I'd love to make VIP the hit on TV that it really should have been." And the genie goes, No, even with all my power, I can't do something that crazy. You got to choose another wish. So Pamela says, "Well, all right, can you make my vagina tight again?" And the genie goes, "Huh, let me take another look at that VIP TV show." Yeah, and then he continued it with David Hasselhoff, and he goes, "So David Hasselhoff's running shirtless on the beach. And since then, I haven't been able to open my eyes because I can't look at anything again. And David Hasselhoff's running on the beach, and he comes across a lamp, and he rubs the lamp, and a genie comes out, and he says, 'Oh, you freed me from the lamp. I'm gonna give you one wish.' And the genie goes, 'You pick a wish, and it'll come true.' And Hasselhoff goes, 'I want you to make Baywatch Nights the hit on TV that it should have been.' And he goes, even with all my power, I can't make that turd a hit." So he goes, "Pick another wish." So he goes, "Can you make Pamela Anderson's vagina tight again?" And the genie goes, "How about you pick something else?" So he says, "Make me a good singer." So there he goes, Suddenly you're a good singer, David Hasselhoff. And David Hasselhoff goes off and sings. And the genie goes, what a schmuck. This guy thinks he's a good singer. I just pulled the greatest joke ever on this fucking idiot, and he's going around Germany singing, thinking he's good. I can't grant any of that shit. And something to that effect. So there you go.
You ever go running on the beach?
Yeah, bottomless. Basically, you hear this. That's me running. That's my cock slapping my stomach. I wind up with a red oblong mark on my stomach every time I go running. And my mother's like, "What happened there?" I don't know. I burned myself. Yeah. So anyway, Gilbert Gottfried, rest in peace. He was such a good comic, and from what I hear, very nice, quiet guy in person. I mean, unless you got him going, but good-hearted guy, and like a lot of other comics, he didn't do it to hurt anyone. He did it because he entertained people, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, comics, we do this shit because we like seeing people laugh. And Gilbert was one of the greatest comics to ever live, and a very distinct voice, a voiceover that you knew the second you heard him. There's no mistaking Gilbert Gottfried. And look, Gilbert, rest in peace. We will miss you, and thank you for all the laughs. I admired you greatly, and I will try to carry on your legacy of horrifying people with dirty humor as best we can here on the show. So thank you, Gilbert Gottfried. Rest in peace. I see Mancuda running across the beach, and he's got his little willy dangling. There's no slapping nothing. That's people throwing fish at him to leave. Yeah, Gilbert was great on Howard Stern. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where I mainly saw him, was on that. I never saw any of those movies that he was in, but mainly it was that, and those commercials. And and MTV. He was on MTV in the 80s. I remember that.
Yeah, I think he did like some promos and some commercials and stuff, if I remember. Yeah, that's true. And of course, let's see. I upset Mama Kuda today in a very interesting way, because I was watching American Idol, and we were, I said last week, I don't usually watch American Idol. Mama Kuda does. I decided to sit down with her and watch it this season. And so we're watching it, and one of the singers, really, really terrific voice, is a very heavy set girl. And she wore these black leather pants the other day, and I was just blown away by it. I was like, wow, that is a big girl. That is a big girl in black leather pants. And I realized, I looked at her, she turned around, I saw these two big ass cheeks there in black leather pants. And I looked at what I was sitting on, and I'm sitting on the black leather couch. And I see, the cushions, the two big cushions look like this girl's ass in those pants. And I'm looking, I say, hey, Ma, look, I'm sitting on that girl's ass. And she's like, oh, that's terrible. You should make fun of that, John. That's so terrible. I said, you know what? I'm actually, in fact, right now, and I shoved my fist between the cushions. I said, right now, I'm fisting that girl's ass. Look, Mom. Oh, no, stop. Stop doing that. You're going to break the couch. Stop. What are you doing? That's terrible. Stop that. Stop, John. Stop. You got to break the couch. And then I saw, and I kind of feed into when mom starts getting riled up. So I decided to basically start fucking the couch and pounding between those two cushions. And I'm rocking the couch, and the whole thing's rocking.
God.
And she's losing her shit. What are you doing? Stop! You're gonna ruin the. You're ruining. You're breaking the couch. What is wrong with you? And so now I ask everyone in the audience, please give suggestions to Mama Kuda who is watching. What do you think is wrong with me specifically? Because I didn't know how to answer that, so I figured I'd turn it to the chat and let you guys answer. Maybe you guys have some idea. So put in the chat what you think is wrong with me, so I could relate it to Mama Kuda.
That's a good idea.
Very, very shocking event at American Idol. And again, like I said, not really the rock genre, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, because I mentioned last week that, you know, one of the guy, or I mentioned earlier today, one of the guys on American Idol also did a Justin Bieber. And look at this. He stole my fucking pink beanie look. Look at this. Hold on. There he is, and he stole my pink beanie. Literally, he's wearing a pink beanie. Another person stealing my look. Let's see. It's hard to see. There you go.
What's his name?
There it is.
Do you know his name?
I'll tell you in a second. Great singer, terrific singer. Sir Blake. Sir Blake. So if you watch American Idol, you saw Sir Blake come out in a pink beanie the other day, and I was like, another guy stealing my pink beanie signature look. What next? My pink scarf, my pink sneakers. Is that what you all gonna do? So that was Sir Blake, and Sir Blake now goes on the Wall of Fame with Justin Bieber as stealing my pink beanie signature look. And I don't know what to do. You know what to do, man, Kuda? The law offices of Bind 'em, Bend 'em, and Bang 'em are going to sue Sir Blake and Justin Bieber for monetary damages, taking your signature look. Clearly, this is how you make a living. You're known. You've worked very hard to create this image of you in a pink beanie. Well, Mr. Mancuda, you're clearly suffering from damages due to their negligence of stealing your copywritten material, your signature look, your copyright look, if you would. We can get you a large cash settlement, Mr. Mancuda. Anyone wearing a pink beanie has to pay you a royalty in perpetuity for millions of dollars that we get a piece of. So there you go. Sir Blake stole my look. Also, very, very interesting thing happened on American Idol. Johnny, look up the name. I'm going to give you the name. Kennedy, Kenedi, Anderson, Anderson. Kennedy Anderson. So look her up. Bring up a photo of her. Because this was, in my opinion, this was my pick for front runner of American Idol. This is who I felt would absolutely win. This is a pretty blonde girl. She's just turning 18, giggity, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's like model pretty, blonde hair, blue eyes, nice figure, whole 9 yards. And she had, in my opinion, the voice of an angel, just the best voice of this entire competition. There she is, just stunningly pretty. And she could work as a model. She could work as a singer. That's not even a good photo of her. Show a better photo. Right there, she looks like Charlie Brown in that photo with the round head.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, show like another photo. Click on one of the others. I don't know. Click on the one where she's in the yellow top. Upper left. Click on that one. Let's see. She look good.
Reddit? It's kind of weird.
I don't know.
Just kind of grainy.
All right, let's put it this way. Click on the middle one in yellow. How about that?
Well,
no, not that one. No, higher up. Just find a good photo.
Well, they're all kind of weird.
Click on all of them. We'll go through and we'll
They're
see
all-
which
there
one
you
you
go.
like best.
Okay, so there you. Well, all right, that's not even a good photo, but all right, it'll do for now. The girl's stunningly pretty. She's just flawless. She has a perfect body. She's just become an adult, and now she has the voice of an angel, and she is leading the pack of American Idol as far as singers. Like truly, truly a talented beyond words girl. And everyone was saying, you know, she's the best. She's the best. They gave her the platinum ticket, which means you get to skip certain rounds and watch the others compete while you're already a few rounds through. So it's like guaranteeing you a certain spot minimum because you're so good. And they showed her singing a couple of times, and then they showed her last night singing. And after the song, Ryan Seacrest comes on her face. No, just kidding. He comes on and he says, listen, out of personal reasons, she has decided to leave the competition, which my jaw hit the floor. I gasped so hard. I sucked Blue Rhino across the room into my mouth. I was like, whoa, sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Literally, it was just a shock that this girl who could win it all and should be dropped out of the competition for personal reasons. So once the initial shock came past me, Mama Kuda and I were talking, and we realized that if you win American Idol, let's say you win American Idol, you're tied to them for certain obligations. You have to do appearances. You have to do a tour. They have an American Idol tour that you do with other singers and all this other stuff that you're obligated to. If you're, I think, in the top 10, if you make it to the top 10, you're that. So we came to the conclusion that probably the big bet is what these personal reasons of dropping out of the competition were, that she's so good and so marketable that this girl probably got tons and tons of offers from record companies and or modeling agencies and or advertising agencies. Whatever it is, she must have gotten tremendous offers from labels, from talent agencies, from products, whatever it is. And she probably dropped out. And they can't say it on the air because they certainly don't want to encourage that. But I guarantee if you've been watching American Idol, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know it's still one of the top shows out there right now. Ever since they, brought on the new judges of Lionel Richie and Katy Perry and I forgot the country guy's name, but the point is, it's a shock. It's all over the news. It's all over the internet. Where did this girl go? Why would she drop out? Oh my God, she was certain to win. This is why. This is my bet and Mama Kuda's bet why this girl dropped out of American Idol, because if she had continued and won, she couldn't go right away to make her own deal. She's obligated to the producers of American Idol. I believe one is still Simon Cowell, and the owners of the show, to go under their guidance and record under their labels, which they get a piece of. And they have to, she has to do the live shows with the other Idol contestants and other obligations and whatnot. And I think she probably dropped out because she got offers like nobody's ever gotten. I immediately picked her out as that girl's like in my top 2 or 3 to win. And almost certainly her totally, because she's so pretty and she's so good a singer. And when you get offered, hey, why be under American Idol's thumb? Go to, go to my agency. Here's a recording contract with whatever, Warner Brothers or whoever's the big agencies right now. I'm sure she got inundated with offers. They're getting her before she has the prestige of making an American Idol win and then having to deal with those people that own a piece of her. And she gets to cut her own deal right out of the gate. No other obligations. She got, her exposure out. She showed what she had. And again, this is speculation. It's either that or maybe a family member got sick or what. But her parents were in the audience, so I don't know. And I think Ryan Seacrest would have elaborated more if it would have been she got sick or her parents got sick or something like that. But when people are saying online, this girl is better than Carrie Underwood, this girl is going to be bigger than everyone else who has won so far, and you get all these private offers suddenly saying, we're going to make you richer than God, and you're going to have no obligations to American Idol. You're going to be able to plot your own course. You don't have to go through the hoops. And what if, God forbid, you come in second or third or fourth in American Idol? Because people do that. People have become, Kelly Clarkson won American Idol, and she became a big deal. But you know what? Carrie Underwood didn't win. She came in like what? Third, fourth, something like that. She became a big deal anyway.
Bigger.
But yeah, bigger.
She surpassed her. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a chance where she doesn't have to take the chance of winning or losing American Idol and then be under their thumb. This was her chance. Again, speculation, capitalism, freedom of the dollar. I believe. Did Carrie Underwood win? I thought Carrie Underwood came in like fourth or something. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Let's put it this way. A lot of American Idol contestants that didn't win became very successful. Very, very successful.
Oh, yeah. Daughtry. How did he do? Did he win?
Daughtry came in fourth. That's who I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Daughtry came in fourth. And what is he now? He's the singer of Queen. Is that him? Or is that... No, that's Adam Lambert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was on.
Let's put it this way: kudos to American Idol for bringing us these people and whatnot. But make no mistake, I don't blame this girl one bit if that is what happened. And I'm taking that speculation that that's what happened because they didn't talk about it on American Idol. They just said, due to personal reasons, she has left the competition, so there is no voting for her, and that's where they left it. And she didn't elaborate on it either. She made this statement. She made this statement on her Twitter. Pull it back a little bit, Johnny. For personal reasons, I'm unable to continue on American Idol. This has been one of the greatest, one of the hardest decisions I've ever have to make, but I know it's necessary. I know it's necessary. I'm so grateful to American Idol, the judges, Johnny, stop moving it. The producers, the amazing contestants, and all the fans who have supported me. Thank you for giving me such an amazing opportunity to share my voice, chase my dreams, feel so much joy and happiness doing what I love, and make lifelong friends along the way. Heart. And that is on her Twitter. Now, I also think that with American Idol, you're contractually obligated to not talk about something like that if something like that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that's what's going on here. And we'll see in the future. Just make a note. If you're watching American Idol, I know a lot of you are, just make a note. Make a note of that girl. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see her again in some crazy capacity to the level of like a Carrie Underwood or better. I really think that's what's happened. And make no mistake, I don't blame her. I would have done it too. If someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I saw you on Johnny Beane, and that's a terrific show, man. We could get you an HBO special of your own, and you just got to leave Johnny Beane." Let me tell you, you would see an after effect of me vibrating on screen because I had broken the sound barrier and left a hard light image of myself in my place because I had left so fast. You see? Now, of course, that doesn't happen. Basically, we get subpoenas from Bang Energy Drink of fucking up their reputation. That happens. But we don't get that happening. But for this girl, who is slightly prettier than myself or Paulie or Dane or Johnny,
let's not go that far.
This girl, I'm sure, gets plenty of free Gurnall's gourmet popcorn.
Doesn't look
I'm
like it.
sure.
Yeah, but it doesn't guarantee she's going to have a huge career.
Oh,
It's
no,
sort
listen,
of,
Dane.
it could be similar to the Sports Illustrated, cover when you have the Rookie of the Year on the cover of Sports
No.
Illustrated. Those
No,
guys
no.
always never go anywhere.
No, listen to me. Every performance she gave brought the audience to their feet. Every performance. I couldn't even stop masturbating violently looking at the screen. Even with my mother to the right of me.
Oh,
All I
gross.
could do is look at that photo and glaze the screen like I was glazing donuts.
Oh my god.
Just so good a singer and so pretty at the same time. This girl could have gotten offered incredible contracts. I think she did. And that's what I believe happened. There's a lot of speculation on the internet. What happened to this girl? What happened to this girl? Why'd she drop out? Oh my God, she was going to win. I'll bet she was going to win. But this way, she got offered probably more than she ever would out of the gate, dealing with All American Idol obligated her to. And I'm sure right now there's an agency that has her, probably William Morris, that has her under a new contract and saying, we're going to make you a superstar. And I guarantee it's going to happen. I guarantee. I'd put money on it. I'd bet all the refund money I get at a nickel a piece for all the cans of Bang Energy that I drink. All those nickels, which is like Scrooge McDuck's money bin.
Mm-hmm.
I see a little Adam's apple going on there. It might be.
Let me tell you something. If she has a penis, stain, I want to suck it. I want to suck it. I've never wanted to suck a penis in my life, but let me tell you something. If that girl has a penis, I'm in. I'm in. Put it on a bun, lay some mustard on it, and jam it down my gullet. But you know what? She's a chick. She's gorgeous. She's young. She's incredibly talented. And that girl, mark my words, is going to be a superstar. Is that her? Is that her calling?
We're taking calls.
I'm single. Yes, I'm single.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff on American Idol happens like months before. Like that stuff is all taped.
No, remember something. The auditions happen months before. The live performances go on hours to a day before because America has to vote. So your votes happen that week and eliminate people. So how many people in the chat are watching American Idol this season? How many people know of this girl that I'm talking about? If not, tell me that you just got introduced to this girl right now. But tell me if you're watching, if you're in our audience and you've been watching American Idol by some accident, you can cover up your story. Say, oh, my wife made me watch it. My husband made me watch it. I don't normally watch it, but, I'm laid up in a hospital bed and there's nothing on. My TV broke and it's only on one channel. And, I'm the only one that watches this show. The only one. I'm looking. I'm the only one.
Yeah, let's do a
survey.
Crap. Yeah, because I'm looking.
We don't even have to do a survey, Johnny. I'm looking. Nobody in our audience is watching. They're all, if they're male, they're masturbating, looking at her photo right now. Cat Drive 55 says American Idol. That'd be if David Crosby was one of the judges.
He probably has been. The show's been on 20 years.
American Idol.
It's interesting though, because I'm looking through her social media stuff, and she really doesn't have that big of an audience online.
This only started recently. I mean, understand, American Idol, they just named the top 24 out of 100. So she has 140,000 followers. She doesn't have a massive, I mean, that's pretty big, but she doesn't have millions of followers yet. But she absolutely will. That 140,000, by the way, is just, the tip of the iceberg. Wish I had 140,000 followers.
Her Instagram is 134,000. Her TikTok is 107,000, but TikTok, there's a lot of bots on there. You can't trust anybody's TikTok audience.
I don't trust anyone.
And her Twitter is only like just under 6,000. So, and that
Wait,
post she put up.
But
Huh?
but I think she just joined Twitter. I think she just joined Twitter. I think.
November 2021.
Okay, so yeah, she just joined.
And that statement she put out yesterday only has 1,500 likes. Only.
Yeah, because everyone's miserable. They don't see her carry
not
through.
much, which is not much at all.
I think a lot of people are wondering what's going on because all over the internet, I was looking it up today. Everyone's trying to figure what happened. Did a tragedy happen? Did a family member die? Did she lose her voice? Did someone hit on her? Did blah 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 blah. Craven Soda wants to know: does she have a loyal fans or only fans? Not yet, but I'm hoping. But you know what I'm saying? So she doesn't have, she has a new Twitter following. I mean, again, this is the first time like America's like discovered her. But look, 140,000 people is not 130,000, whatever it is not bad on Instagram out of the gate. And I'm sure that if she continued down American Idol road for the whole season rather than just the tip of it, just the tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Miss you, Paul.
Then yeah, I know, right? Then miss my poll? Is that what you said? Oh.
Sherman Callahan.
Thank you, Sherman.
There you go. Change the lights.
Sherman.
There you go.
Sherman. There they are. Thank you, Sherman.
Change. That's hilarious that there's a green screen behind you. Keith Campbell says she looks like Archer's wife from the cartoon. That's a good point. She does. She looks like my wife, or what I hope my wife will be. In fact, Cobra Kai, please superimpose my penis where that microphone is in that photo.
How does he have a photo of that?
Because boy, oh boy. Whoa! Because boy, oh boy. Yeah. So I think that if she had continued, like I said, American Idol just started. I mean, they just literally narrowed it down to the 25 people that will be competing. 24 people.
How long have you known about her on American Idol?
1 week.
That's all?
1 week.
So you've only known about her for a week?
Actually 2 weeks. 2 weeks, actually.
Has she been on American Idol for 2 weeks?
But here's the thing. They have the initial, let's gather 100 people. Okay. Then they go to, let's narrow those 100 people down to our 24 contestants.
And that was all months ago. That was all, that could have been a year ago.
This is 2 weeks.
A lot of that.
This is going on 2 weeks.
I mean, when they're doing the contestant thing, because I've known people that have gone and auditioned for these things.
But what I'm saying
and it's always like a long time before the show starts.
What I'm saying is the show is only aired for like 2 weeks. You see?
The new season.
So I understand that, for a year, they've been rounding up contestants. But the show itself didn't air and show that except 2 weeks ago. And then, like I said, last week she made it in to the 24 contestants that are competing. Mm-hmm. Okay, they narrowed it down. They got their 24 contestants, and this is the first week that those 24 get to be voted on by America. Okay, so this is the first week, just yesterday, the first week America gets to vote on these contestants. So she dropped out right out of the gate, just enough to see her get into the contest and make the competitors, and then make the top 24 people. After that, she's done. Joe Hervey says it might be a sex tape. If it is, and someone's watching who has a copy, call me. Please call me. I got distribution.
I mean, if there is something behind the scenes, going on, then it could be that as far as a deal or something. Because like I'm saying, her social media really isn't that big for somebody like, I'm getting out of here because I can do better. I don't see that.
Make no mistake.
I don't see that at all.
There have been like 2 other people that have dropped out of American Idol over the years. I don't know what happened to one. They never revealed what happened to one, but another one was a guy who apparently got thrown out of the show for sexual harassment against a production assistant. So I guess he like hit on her or whatever, or I don't know what level of sexual harassment there was, but clearly something happened. Now, make no mistake, it could be a similar situation to that, where she walked up to the production assistants and the grips and the lighting guys and said, "I need some cock. Excuse me, ma'am. I need cock now. Fill me up. Fill all my holes. Stick me like a rotisserie chicken and spin me on your cocks." I mean, that could have happened. It absolutely could have. She could have blown every PA on that set, but somehow I doubt it. Because this girl seems very, very innocent and family friendly and the whole 9 yards. Now, you know, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, maybe, but I have a feeling that I'm right, that it wasn't something like that, that this is literally someone that just basically said, you know what, I'm getting offers, crazy offers. And, well, Black Salami says she does anal. Is that true, Black Salami, or is that a guess? Oh, it's a guess. Okay, thank you, Black Salami. No, look, you know, very, very sweet, innocent, all-American girl next door. You know, just becoming an adult and just getting into the business. Believe me, this is marketable city. And talk about merchandising. Who could she not represent? She could be something for Disney. She could be, I mean, who knows who offered her what? I'm just saying, watch out for this girl, because it's definitely something going on.
I haven't heard her sing, so I'm sure she's great.
We'll do this to our audience. When this show is over, look her up on YouTube, watch her performances, and leave comments in the video, in our video.
What genre? What genre is she?
What you think? You know, just basic pop. You know, pop and whatnot. I mean, just
like
look
what songs
up
did she sing?
What songs did she sing on the show?
On American Idol. Just look her up on American Idol. Just look up on YouTube her name. How do you spell it again, Johnny? How do I say you spell it here?
Kenedi Anderson.
Kennedy, Kenedi Anderson, Anderson, like Pam Anderson, but without the hepatitis. Yeah.
Oh, she covered Lady Gaga. She covered
with her tongue. Wish I could cover Lady Gaga.
Why did she quit?
No one knows.
Oh yeah, this all just dropped today.
Yes, that's why I'm talking about it.
This all just dropped today.
It's very big news. Yes.
Oh well, very good.
But that's what's happening. Just watch her videos, watch her sing. Even if you're not into her genre, just watch her sing. Humor me and let me know what you think of her in the comments that you leave on this video of tonight's show, because I'm very curious what you guys think. And, you know, I'm curious if you think she's as good as everyone else is, because I know metal is obviously not her genre, and it is ours. But
well, not yet. I mean, maybe she decided to go into metal, and that's why she's leaving this.
Screaming for vengeance. Yeah, that would be great. I wish that were the case. I'm sure, however, that it is not. That would be very funny if she was the new singer of Skid Row. And
they'd be relevant again.
As much as, well, listen, with Eric at the helm, Eric from Heat, the new singer of Skid Row. If you didn't watch last week's episode, you need to, because we were
somebody did.
Yeah, someone.
We got to figure out who did, and how and why.
Yeah, why? Nobody usually watches.
Why is anybody looking at this?
Yeah, so there you go. So that's her. Speaking of vocals, we got to talk about Bon Jovi. And by the way, let me give you a clue of tonight's show and tell guitar. It is the color of the jizz that I want to leave on that girl's face, just pearly white. There you go. That's your clue, by the way. Tonight's show and tell guitar. Anyway, Gilbert would have loved that joke, Johnny. Anyway, but we got to talk about Bon Jovi. We got to talk about Bon Jovi's voice. This is another thing that people came up to me with this week, and it's kind of a sad story because I love Bon Jovi. You know, people have always asked, you know, what exactly, you know, if you were going to be in an 80s metal band, if you could turn back time and be in an 80s metal band, you know, there you go. There's the time machine. Johnny's pulling back the veil of time.
I'm turning back time here. And you
can walk back.
Can't even see it.
If I could turn back time.
You know who wrote that song?
Walk back in time. Yeah, I know who walked it. Someone used
Thank
to be
you, Symmetry.
roommates with. Thank you, Symmetry. And no, I haven't actually I did watch part of the Hydra video, the Steve Vai Hydra video. It's phenomenal, but I don't want to talk about it until I watch the full thing. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Symmetry.
Something
I watched it. And I'm planning to do a whole video on it.
It's insane.
On talking about that, covering that, because it's pretty good.
Anyway, we will talk about the Hydra video. Not tonight though, Symmetry, but we will. Anyway, so I was saying, you know, people always ask me, hey man, Kuda, if you could be the singer or guitar player of any 80s band
at all
back in the day,
if you could play guitar at all.
Yeah, if you could play better than you did last week. Then if you could butcher songs in any band of the 80s like you did last week, what band would you join? And I've always answered probably Bon Jovi. And I'll tell you why. Bon Jovi back in the day was pretty much the biggest thing since sliced bread. You could say Metallica, you could say Def Leppard, you could say Bon Jovi, you could say Van Halen, but there's something about Bon Jovi that drew the girls. So if you wanted to be in a band where most of your audience was hot chicks, and believe me, that is who I want in my audience, because I'm happy with the few hot chicks we have, but most of our audience is dudes. But there you go. And they all look like Johnny and Dane. And the you know, which look from the back of the head, Dane looks very hot. I mean,
yeah, see, guy from the front, chick from the back.
There you go. Dane, turn around for a second. Oh, you're my prison girl. You are my prison girl, my friend. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Shot in the eye and you're to blame. You give head the wrong way. Yeah. No, look, the thing about Bon Jovi, they were bigger than big. I mean, these guys toured for 5 fucking years nonstop. They were always touring the world just over and over. They played some of the biggest festivals. They headlined the Moscow Music Peace Festival, which was insanely cool at the time. They were MTV darlings. And if you went into a Bon Jovi show back in the day and you could not meet a hot chick, you couldn't get laid in the parking lot, if you couldn't get a date so casually, just talking to so many hot, beautiful metal chicks, then I don't know what to tell you, because you're a loser's loser. Because Bon Jovi was the biggest thing since sliced bread. Sure, Metallica, huge with the Black Album especially, but not with chicks. Sure, some chicks, but not a big chick audience. Def Leppard, same thing. Probably a split, guys and girls, but still mostly guys. Bon Jovi, Hot chicks went to Bon Jovi, Warrant, Poison. They wanted those bands, and Bon Jovi, the biggest of them all. And to have Bon Jovi, with Slippery When Wet and then New Jersey, those two albums just never stopped cranking hits out, never stopped being on MTV rotation, never stopped touring. I mean, like I said, that would be my choice if I was going to be, and money and merch. Oh boy, absolutely. Bon Jovi would be the band I would have been a part of if I could have. Now, with that said, for years, Bon Jovi has kept going and transcended all the bands of the 80s that stopped when Nirvana came around. Bon Jovi was still able to get hits out. Bon Jovi was still making albums that were selling and still getting hits. Now, make no mistake, not as big as New Jersey, not as big as Slippery When Wet, but they had a lot of stuff going on. They still made albums that sold. They still had hits going on years and years and years. They transcended.
Yeah, they even sort of went country for a while there. Borderline had a country
shot
hit.
through the heart and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name. No,
you know why that is? Because Desmond Child moved to Nashville, and Desmond actually did a lot. He actually wrote for a lot of country artists as well.
There you go. Do you know Desmond, Johnny?
I met him one time.
I heard that. I've heard that.
Yep.
So the thing about Bon Jovi is they kept going and going and going, and they kept remaining big. Even after Richie Sambora left, John Bon Jovi was still doing stuff. And then he did, with all his money, which was tons of it, philanthropy work that you got to admire. He set up these restaurants that if you're hungry, you go in and you either pay what you can or you do a little work in the back. And this is all of the things that John Bon Jovi did during the pandemic. John Bon Jovi came up with, what do you got there, Dane?
Some Phil X stuff.
Okay, there you go. Phil X taking over after Richie left. But even during the pandemic, John Bon Jovi coming up with, that song to kind of bring us together and give us something to do and inspire us. What was it called? You Do What You Can? Something to that effect. The guy just never stops. The guy never stops. And he's always been really, really good to his fans. This is a guy that's been good to his fans. This is a guy, and yes, the restaurants are called Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen or just Soul Kitchen. One in Toms River. There's another one as well. Toms River, New Jersey. He's given back to his community. He's always made himself available to his fans. He's been very, very devoted to his fans, which I can very personally respect because we love our fans. And he's helped out other bands, which a lot of guys don't do. They step on people to get their own success. They crawl over people. They backstab people. John Bon Jovi helped Skid Row, Cinderella, Aldo Nova, a number of others.
A number of people. I mean, he's really just a good-hearted guy. And he's a good family man. He's got a wife. Anyway, my point is I've always loved and respected John Bon Jovi. I've loved and enjoyed the band. Great music, giving us years and years of great stuff, years and years of just hit after hit and fun shows. And talk about a stage show. They were a great stage show. John just wasn't a good singer. I make no mistake. When I say good singer, was he the best singer ever? No, he wasn't the best technical singer. He wasn't, the Jeff Tate. He was a good, solid singer, but he was a big entertainer. He put on a big stage show. He knew how to work an audience. He knew how to get on stage and command a stadium, command an arena, command a field of people
John Bon Jovi knew how to get the audience going, and you had a good time at a Bon Jovi show, and everyone was in on the action. They're singing along. You know the anthems, Living on a Prayer. Tell me that you go to a bar or a club and you haven't heard when Living on a Prayer comes on the radio or on the jukebox or on the PA system or the dance floor or the strip club PA system. Even the girls on the poles are halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. I mean, you can't help but sing to that song. You can't help but sing to Living on a Prayer. And that's one of a few. But obviously, Bon Jovi is the quintessential arena band that he gets on stage and he just plays the crowd and gets everyone involved, and you have a great time. John Bon Jovi has done so much for this genre that I hate to say a bad word about him. With all that said, and this is the difference of what I'm about to say now versus what I've said about Vince Neil in the past. As much as I love Motley Crue and love Vince Neil hasn't put in effort to do things for his fans as far as know his songs and take care of his voice and all that stuff. Vince doesn't do that, and that's why I get on Vince, because Vince took on a big tour lately with Motley Crue, the stadium tour, and he's not ready for it. Vince is out of physical shape. There he is. That's Vince Neil with the delicious Colonel's gourmet popcorn, Johnny Bean commemorative bucket that I want to get one of. And Vince Neil has not given the effort and put in the work because he cares about his fans. Vince has been kind of cruising along, and now he's fat and doesn't know the words, and he's not working on his voice. And that's why I get on Vince. As much as I love Motley Crue, you all know I love Motley Crue. But here's the difference between him and John Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi has a new album coming out called 2020, and they're starting touring again. And listen, it's great to get back to real live music. It's great that, we're dealing with this pandemic as best we can, but a lot of places we can get back and enjoy live music and get some hope going. And John Bon Jovi is back on the road now. And the problem is, I watched a few of the recent performances because people pointed me toward them. And John's voice is not holding up well. Now, make no mistake, John is in good physical shape. He knows all the words. He still has the audience in the palm of his hand. But John Bon Jovi's voice, they're playing the songs a step or two lower, and he's still not hitting those notes. Now, I don't know if this is a temporary thing, because make no mistake, during the pandemic, he was doing some acoustic songs and they sounded pretty good. But there's a difference between when you're sitting at home and you're playing an acoustic song and when you're getting on an arena stage. And make no mistake, his shows are still sold out arenas and huge stadiums. And all sold out. They're showing video of the audience, and there's not a seat left in the house. Still filling them in. But here's the problem. When you're singing on that sort of venue, and you're singing out loud, he can't hit those notes anymore. He can't hit those notes anymore. And he never had a very big vocal range. He was never, like I said, that quintessential amazing singer that a lot of guys were back in the 80s. He was never that guy. But
unfortunately, Bon Jovi and Vince wrote songs that were at the very top of their vocal range in 1982, 1983. That's when they wrote these songs.
When they were
them. And
18,
at that time, They were at the
19.
peak of what they could hit as far as hitting a high note or singing high.
Mm-hmm.
And so now here it is 40 years later. Yeah.
But even John's songs never hit. Vince's songs had some really high notes in there.
They did.
John's songs never had really high notes. But look, at the end of the day, John,
Living on a Prayer, that is the hardest song to sing out of everything. And you can sing it in falsetto like you're doing right there.
Yeah, I can sing it in falsetto, but that's
singing in a natural, strong voice. It's next to impossible.
Well, John was doing it. And John was doing it up till recently. And I guess, look, I mean, when I say up till recently, you know, look, we all get older. You can't hold notes the way you did. You know, that's a given, you know, but I gotta still commend the guy for giving the effort to come out on a stage in shape with the intention of catering to the audience and of entertaining the audience and giving 1,000% of what you have still. John still does that. He still tries. He gives all his effort that he can. He knows his material. He's working the audience. He's still a great entertainer. But he really can't hit those notes, even at that lower register, doing it a step or two down. And it's sad to watch because, I mean, look, I would still go see him. I personally would still go see a Bon Jovi show, even though he can't hit it the way he could. Because here's a guy still giving 1,000% of his ability, but it still hurts watching this. And some people like, should John hang it up? Is it time for him to hang it up? I don't know. I mean, the obvious quick answer is sure, if he can't perform the songs. But you know what? You have to also remember, back in the day, one of the things about John's signature sound was those harmonies with Richie Sambora. And Richie would hit a lot of those high notes. Like on Wanted Dead or Alive, Richie would be the one, Wanted! That would be Richie.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah,
John would sing it, but he wouldn't belt that high note. That would be Richie.
Good together. Yeah, those two guys sing good together.
Excellent team, excellent writing team, excellent guitar playing duo, excellent harmony.
And you know, throughout history, we've always had those guys that sang good together. Michael Anthony and David Lee Roth sang good together.
Sure.
These two Bon Jovi guys sang good together. The guys in Kiss sing good together because, you know, Gene would take the low part. You know, Paul would take that high part.
I mean, the thing is, you know, would you rather have, with John Bon Jovi or the band Bon Jovi, would you rather have half a loaf or would you rather him call it quits? I personally, I would rather have my half a loaf, but it pains me to see it. It pains me to say it because look, we all grew up with Bon Jovi. You know, we all grew up with him. We all listened to the songs. They're, you know, the soundtrack of our lives. And you know, to see the guy putting in 1,000%, you want to root him on. You know, Vince, you kind of get at him because Vince, it's like, oh, come on, man, put in some effort. Come on, Vince, at least learn the words.
Def Leppard has the same problem. Yeah,
Huh?
Def Leppard has the same problem. Joe Elliott
went a step down for the new material. Joe Elliott went a step down, but he's still singing good. He's not singing the high notes that he was during the 80s, but he's still singing well, just a step lower. And that's usually what happens. John is having a hard time. And again, I don't know if you know, I don't know if this is a temporary, you know, my voice needs to get in the swing of doing tours again or what, but I have a feeling it's just a matter of John showing his age. And, some people, like I said, are saying, "Hey, Mancuda, do you think you should hang it up?" Personally, I don't. Because
Yeah, I don't either.
I
Keep
think there's
going for
so
it.
much love for Bon Jovi, just like a lot of other bands.
Right.
Look,
Even Don Dokken is still going for it, and he is.
Dokken's really hurting.
He's really hurting. He doesn't even try anymore.
Dokken has no voice at all right now. Look, we love him. He has no voice at all. I don't think Bon Jovi's in that situation, but he's not far from it. He's not far from it. He's not as good as Joe Elliott. He's not as bad as Don Dokken, but he's kind of in the middle where he's putting in 1,000%.
I just listened to it, and I mean, you're all talking about a performance in Minnesota, I guess, where he was singing, and it sounds like he's like really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Like he almost sounds like he's totally out of breath and running around, but I don't think he is. I think he's just standing there.
I think he's not used to singing, in full shows for a couple of years now.
Right.
Like I said, he's not used to the taxing vocals that an arena show takes yet. He just started retouring. I think, he is a little older, so I think you do have to go a step down. But
there's a chance that after a half a dozen, a month worth of touring, you get all that rehearsal, and your vocal cords are going to get strong. Your voice will get strong. There's a chance he can get better and kind of get back.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it could be, it could be just getting used to it. And still, like I said, I think he'd still be a step down, which is, getting old. That's just getting old.
Yeah.
But let's see. Bozique said, I heard it was awful in Detroit, Minnesota. I heard they were both big crowds. Sold out stadiums, sold out arenas, man. Big fucking sold out venues.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's
not
a difference.
seat in the house left.
There's a big difference between actually
there's a difference
being
between
at the venue. When you're
there's a big difference between a sold out arena and a sold out stadium.
Okay.
Arenas.
Let me rephrase that. Arena. Let's put arena. Let's put Madison Square Garden's an arena.
You know what, though? When you're actually at one of these shows and you're out in the audience, that shit sounds great. When you've got your phone out like everybody does and you listen back to that through a YouTube video, you can really hear that it's just not a good mix. It doesn't sound good. You're not getting really watching guys live on YouTube isn't really doing justice to the whole music business because it makes everybody sound like shit. So I'm talking about singing a live concert from somebody's phone that they upload songs onto YouTube, and then we listen to that and we judge it based on that.
Well, because there's no air. What you're hearing on a phone, there's no air. Because when you're in an arena, there's all kinds of air in the crowd, so your ears play tricks on you.
And resonance and
where you can think it sounds great, but then when you hear it on the phone, you're actually hearing. You're actually hearing what's actually happening.
Yeah, having cell phones at these big shows where guys are recording this and uploading that, it's really not doing these old guys any favors whatsoever. And none of it sounds
Joe Hervey brings up backing tracks. Look, some bands do use backing tracks. Kiss uses some backing tracks, but they are actually singing. Look, there's chorus backing tracks at a Kiss show. The guys are up there in age and they're walking around with 40 pounds of gear, swinging off of rafters like they're kids. I don't fault them for using some backing tracks. Def Leppard also using some backing tracks with some of the echo stuff. But then you got fucking, bands like Fozzy where he's barely singing. He's using mostly backing tracks, and that's not
Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Band Santa Cruz.
That's a whole nother thing. Someone was bringing that up to me today, but there are bands that
I have to say that the videos that I seen from the new guy in Skid Row, I did see some of that stuff, videos of him doing 18 in Life, and that really was pretty good. I'm like, hey, he's
great.
Yeah,
he's great. But he's a young guy.
Right. He's got the lungs for it still. But yeah, some of these cell phone videos, uploaded to YouTube. You know, you hear Aerosmith, doesn't sound good. Nobody. All that old
Yeah,
Van Halen stuff with Roth did not sound good. None of it.
Yeah, and Bo Zeke brings up Fozzy. Listen, I'm not a friend of Chris Jericho. I have beef with him, so I'm absolutely on Sebastian Bach's side with that.
Man. Well, hey, we have a call.
Let's take it.
Is this a complaint?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Wow, we should have that. We should have your
Yay!
bronze. Yay!
Are you enjoying tonight?
Loving it.
Awesome. Who is this?
Turn down your radio, man.
It's Kurt with a C.
Kurt with a
But
C.
What you guys were talking about, yeah.
Have him turn down his radio,
the
Johnny.
singers and stuff. The exception to the rule in the last handful of years, Mick Jagger, who's got 20 years on the rest of these cats, he sounds phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
That
true.
dude's
look.
a medical mark. He's got better hair than most 30-year-olds. His voice sounds good. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
or us 29-year-olds.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that guy's gonna go forever, man. That dude.
No,
Yeah. I mean, his singing isn't like, you know, he doesn't have the songs like Bon Jovi where he's got to scream high and stuff, but still that dude,
Right.
he's
Well,
like, I think he's late 70s and he looks like he's 45 or 50 years old.
Late
It's
70s?
ridiculous.
Nah, he's got to be older
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah,
Older.
He's got to be late 80s.
Well,
That
okay.
guy.
He's gotta be.
I think he's at least
No,
104.
No.
I think Keith Richards was
I
around when
remember, like,
Tutankhamun was
a few years
Pharaoh.
ago, him turning 75.
Yeah.
But he's probably 77, 78.
But the trick, yeah,
But
the trick though with the Rolling Stones is their stuff. It's not too technical. It's all right there
Exactly.
in the right
exactly.
tuning. So they can go on forever and play those songs and
Exactly.
still
Exactly.
be
It's like I
great.
said, he's
Wait,
not
did you-
having to scream.
Did you say tooting?
A Bon Jovi song, so they can do it. But it's still, when you watch him, it's like this guy cannot be as old as he is. It's just bizarre, and it's cool.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Anyway, great show. I just wanted to throw that in there. You know, talking about these guys that are 20 years younger than him struggling, and he doesn't struggle. But I know it's apples and oranges, but still, it needs to be noted.
Yes.
No, sure.
Yes.
So, anyway, good show, guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Kurt with the
So
C.
let's try to
Bye.
get
Thank you, man. Whoops.
the
Thank
old
you.
guy in the Rolling Stones to sing "You Give Love a Bad Name," and we'll see what this sounds like, huh?
Which old guy? They're all old.
Let's see if Mick can sing
False
anything
flag.
in life.
Feel
Yeah,
better,
false-
false flag.
False flag. Feel better with your bladder stone. Sorry, man. Johnny, I didn't know you had a bladder stone.
Yeah, it hurts.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Feel better, false flag. And thank you. No, look, Rock Daddy brings it up. Chicks still love Bon Jovi. They throw their Depends up on stage. Hey, listen, Bon Jovi absolutely still has girls pull. Mama Kuda flashed her tits to John Bon Jovi the other day, and she just lifted up her skirt from her ankles, and there they were dangling.
Oh.
No, oh my gosh. No, listen. The girls still love John Bon Jovi because he's still a good-looking guy. He's still a good-looking guy, and he's a charismatic personality that is infectious when he's on stage. Really, really, really is much like Pamela Anderson's vagina full of hepatitis, infectious. Look. John Bon Jovi really, really is a fan favorite, crowd favorite. Really great stuff. So
The thing about
this
the
is
80s,
why, huh?
was going to say the thing about 80s metal that we're talking about, the lead singer had to be one of the best lead singers basically in the world. That's the standard that these guys had to live up to. And the guy from the Stones, right? He didn't have to live up to that. He
Mick
just did his
Jagger.
own
Mick Jagger.
thing. Mick Jagger. Yeah, Mick Jagger just was a singer, kind of country English thing. Didn't need to have any kind of beautiful voice or anything like that. It was just part of the cool kids. But once you got into the 80s and music got, into Queensryche, and again in Bon Jovi, you had to be a great singer to even be for the average guy to even want to listen to you. So now, 40 years later, it's hard to do that shit.
The thing about Mick Jagger is Mick Jagger was part of that original British invasion, and the Beatles were like, so clean and pure. Yeah, sure, they had the long hair, and parents were going nuts over the long hair part, but they were, basically the sweet, good guys. The Rolling Stones, they were the bad boys, and that's where they got, their niche. There is, they're the anti-Beatles, for lack of a better way to look at it. They're the bad boys. They're the guys doing the drinking and the drugs and the all the roustabout and all that shit. That's the Rolling Stones. Those are the bad boys. You wouldn't see, like, Paul McCartney, clean cut or clean looking Paul McCartney. You wouldn't worry about your daughter with him as much as Mick Jagger. I'm gonna eat your pussy with that tongue and the whole 9 yards. They were that bad boy of the British invasion, and
they never tried to sound pretty.
They never tried to look pretty either.
No,
I mean, Mick Jagger is one of the ugliest people in rock and roll. I mean, there's Lemmy, and we respect Lemmy, but come on, Mick Jagger is not a pretty man. Never was a pretty man. Those lips are out to here, and he's not a good-looking guy. I mean, he's
what about Keith Richards?
Well, he's just dead. He's like Jason Voorhees come out of the dirt with the maggots. There he is.
Keith is super cool.
He's got 3 vaginas on his face. Look at that.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
He's so cool, though.
No, but that's it. Cool. He is cool. Absolutely. He's the bad boy. But that's the thing, but hey, look, God bless him. Mick Jagger is like a teenager. He's in shape, and he's able to physically run and jump and swing around and sing, and he can still do it, man. God bless him. God bless them all, But, look, Hellstorm brings up a really good point. Whitesnake now using a second singer.
Not called Gray Snake.
Yeah, I know, right? No, but David Coverdale knows he needs a little help on stage, so he got Jelekic. I can never pronounce the guy's name, but he got a second singer, who's amazing, by the way. And that's the thing. I mean, some guys use a little, extra recorded vocal track in the background, like Kiss. They tune down a bit, like Def Leppard now has to do. John Bon Jovi really seems like he's struggling suddenly more than he was singing on YouTube during the pandemic. And Aldo Nova, who's been putting up new material lately, and they have a new album coming out with Jack Frost rather on guitar, along with Aldo. So that's something really good to look forward to. But Aldo is still great vocally. There's another guy that with John. And look, I guess I'm just rooting for Bon Jovi to get his voice back a little bit, or even if he's struggling, I'm just not ready to let them retire yet.
I'm voting for Vince too. I'm totally voting for Vince.
I'd love to see Vince. Look, I'd love
to see Motley just come back huge, and everybody says, "Oh my God, they're so fucking good now." Wouldn't that be cool?
I want Vince, but I don't think Vince cares, and I think John Bon Jovi does. I think John Bon Jovi does care. He comes out ready to fight, and Vince comes out ready to eat. That's the difference. You know, John Bon
Yeah.
Jovi is putting on
John-
his boxing gloves, and Vince is getting an ice cream scoop and a napkin under his mouth, ready to go.
John
Big
worked
difference.
very hard on his career.
Dino is the singer of Whitesnake.
Very
Thank
well
you, Kate.
calculated career. Always made all the right moves. Vince got thrown into this success. I mean, he worked hard at it, but Nicky was pretty much the leader of the band, kind of, and management told them what to do. Vince rode along with it and did his part, but it got thrown upon him so quickly, and it was so much excess everywhere.
But that was the 80s. That was you can't tell me that all these guys in the 80s didn't. We all played with excess. Please, you know, if you weren't drinking, you were smoking. If you weren't smoking, you were shooting up. If you weren't shooting up, you were snorting. If you weren't snorting, you had your face buried in someone's vagina.
But
I didn't pull my face out of vagina until 1991. I heard Nirvana. I was like, what's that? Where are you going?
John Bon Jovi didn't do all that weird stuff, though. He didn't do a bunch of heroin. He didn't, you know.
No, look, John had his high school sweetheart. John had his high school sweetheart. But girls were all over the fucking Bon Jovi band, all over the place, all over the band, you know. And again, I don't know what arrangement John had with his girl or whatever. I don't know. I can't say, did John sleep with people? It doesn't matter. Everyone was a whore in the 80s. We all were. I was, still am. Everyone was a whore in the 80s. That's what we did. But
and
you know, my point
drive
is
55. Sammy Hagar still sounds good.
Sammy sounds great. Look, a lot of guys sound great.
Sammy's awesome.
And some guys,
Sammy never took a
don't.
break. Sammy didn't take 2 years off during COVID. Sammy was still out working just as hard as he could during the.
He never stopped since Montrose.
Never taken a break. Yeah, and he's been able to keep it. Sammy's voice is still amazing.
And yeah, Symmetry brings up Aldo Nova. Aldo is absolutely killing it, and him and Jack Frost really doing a great job. I am so looking forward to hearing all that material. But what I've heard so far, really fucking impressed with. Really impressed. Speaking of new material, just real quick, I want to just plug this. American Slang is coming out with a new song on Friday. So look it up on YouTube. I'm not sure what it's called. I forgot the name of it, but look up a new song released from American Slang, which is they're up and coming, and I like them. I'm behind them, and I want you guys to check out a new song from American Slang on Friday. Do you see what it is, Johnny? Do you know what it is?
I'm looking to see.
Hey, there's Dry Heat 480. He's a local.
Hey,
How you doing, man?
Friday, Fever Dog.
Is that it, Fever Dog?
I'm assuming because it's in quotes.
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe that's the
Fever
name of it.
Dog.
Yeah, so look for on. I guess it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Instagram, probably. Well, no, Instagram doesn't do videos, right? Instagram doesn't.
Instagram is huge on video. Yes.
Well, not like music videos. I don't think. Not full music videos. Not the way YouTube is. Yeah.
Yep.
I always see I guess, I watch cooking videos on there. I watch music. Yeah, I guess I do watch music. Okay, well, let's put this. Either way, look up on Friday, American Slang. What is it? Fever?
Wait, is this the same band, though? American Slang. Are they from Oklahoma?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Fever Dog.
Fever Dog. Okay.
I see.
Look up Fever Dog from American Slang. Let us know in the comments on this video what you think of the song. I'm dying to hear it because I really like those guys, and I know they've got a lot of attention from the labels. I know they're talking about putting him with Dirty Honey and one of the other bands touring. There's a lot of speculation, but
I seen Mammoth is out with some other bands.
They're young guys. They're really young guys. They're teenagers that are like into metal and I don't know if that's going to be a heavy song. I don't think it is, but either way, check them out. American Slang, and that comes out on Friday. But back to Bon Jovi and guys that are losing their voice.
Bon Jovi.
Let's see, Aldo Nova, Gretsch Zeppelin. Thank you, man. Yeah, Dry Heat 480 brings up Bon Jovi doesn't even sound good at the low registers. The Stones weren't much about musical talent. but they wrote timeless songs like the Beatles. And again, that's a sign of the time they were in. They were in that time of the Vietnam War and, songs that, and the music scene of that era was of that flavor of song, versus the 80s was about, let's party, let's get laid, let's have fun, and let's, enjoy the excess of the 80s. And we did. But yeah, as far as John Bon Jovi, the problem is even playing at the lower registers right now, he's struggling. And if this is where John is going with it, if this is it, I still don't want to see him retire. I'd rather see John entertain and maybe, have someone pick up some of the backing vocals, or someone do some choruses, or take some of the higher points. But I got to give him credit. I got to give him credit for coming on stage and trying and giving 1,000%.
The thing is, though, Bon Jovi, even though it's a band, it's John Bon Jovi.
It's
all about him.
Without Richie, it's John.
It's all about him.
Yeah.
If John Bon Jovi wasn't there, nobody would care.
No, it's not Bon Jovi without him. The rest of the band couldn't just go off like Queensryche or somebody and hire a new singer, or let Phil X do the singing
and continue being Bon Jovi.
Cool.
No, they instantly become a cover band.
You need John is the band. I mean, look, John and Richie were the band. If Richie came back, which I would give anything for, then it would be John and Richie. But as it is right now, John is the band, basically. With respect to the band, look, David Bryan's great, and all the other guys in the band, Phil X and whoever's in there right now. But
David, the keyboard player, he sings like crazy, singing along with everything.
Well, that's David Bryan. You
can never hear him in the mix. He's singing away, but you can never actually hear him. Like Richie, they turned his mic up when Richie sang, because
Richie was carrying the higher. Richie was carrying the higher part of the duets and the chorus.
The player is singing. The keyboard player is singing his guts out, but it's not in the mix. Can't hear it.
He's there, but it's very low. He's very low. Right. And look, David's great. But look, the fact is that Richie was the one that gave those high vocals. John could hold his own back in the day, but it was terrific with Richie. And I don't see Richie coming back. I mean, look, never say never, because look, some bands that said, I hope you all die, got back together. Look at, Dokken and Lynch, Money Talks. Sebastian Bach and Skid Row, they tried. David Lee Roth and Van Halen, never will I play with. Yep, they got back together. So never say never. It's not that Richie would never, ever, ever come back to the band. Maybe somehow he could be persuaded, but as it sits right now, the answer is no. Same with Warren DeMartini. Don't need money. Don't want to see you. No. With Rat.
Do you think that Phil X has added any value to Bon Jovi?
He's a solid player, but he's not the standout original that Richie was. Right.
Because he's big on YouTube. I mean, he was a huge.
No, look, he's a great player. He's a great player. He was a good choice. But how often do you hear people say, "Man, I wish," like Michael B says, Chris DeGarmo. How often do you hear, "Man, I wish Chris DeGarmo would get back together with Jeff Tate"? How often have you heard, "Man, I wish David Lee Roth would come back with Eddie Van Halen"? Man, I wish that.
That's the big one right there. That was Roth getting back with Van Halen. That was like one of the biggest ones ever.
Absolutely.
But those other ones, the casual fans know who David Lee Roth and Van Halen are. Casual fans don't know who Phil X is. They don't know who Chris DeGarmo is.
Right.
They know
Jeff
Tate.
Richie Sambora. They sure know.
They know Sambora. They know Bon Jovi. They might. Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
They know who Dane is.
That still do have
they know Dane Zimmerman, who could add a lot to Bon Jovi if they'd call him.
Luckily, we still have a lot of bands that we grew up with that still have that lead singer, and one would be like the Scorpions. Thankfully, that whole core of that band is still there.
Klaus Meine.
Klaus is still there.
No, Klaus is still there. Actually, he's in the news this week. He's in the news this week. What a great segue, Dane. What a great opportunity. What a great time for a segue.
You read the notes.
Yeah, for those, Dane is unlike Vince
I didn't
Neil.
know.
Dane is prepared. Dane
What is
comes
the
prepared.
latest
Well done, sir.
Scorpions news? I did not hear anything about it.
The thing about the Scorpions, they had that very big hit with that Russian song, "Winds of Change," and what wound up happening when they originally sang it, the lyrics were very positive toward Russia, because that song came out during the time when we were doing the Moscow Music Peace Festival, which
Right.
Scorpions were one of the main acts on there. And the big hit at the
Bon Jovi was
time,
there.
Bon Jovi was headlining. The big act at the time, the big song at the time was "Winds of Change," basically a tribute showing that Russia is becoming democratic. Russia is becoming a free country. Russia is becoming a beautiful, changes are in the air, and there's hope for Russia and things like that. Since then, however, obviously we had the invasion of Ukraine. You might have heard of it. I know Bang Energy heard of it, because I'm drinking right now blue and yellow limoncello, which is in support of Ukraine. So for those of you that heard about that little war going on that affects all of us, Klaus felt that now performing "Winds of Change" was glorifying Russia into something it's not. And he, being German, this is something that is close to his heart, and especially with a
He
song
done changed
like that,
his mind singing that one. Then
he now changed the lyrics of how the song goes. So the song used to go, let's see here. Let's see. Follow the Moskova down to Gorky Park, and so forth. Now it begins. Now it begins. Now listen to my heart. It says Ukraine, waiting for the wind to change. So there it is. The lyrics themselves
hear
of that
that
song.
and be like, Putin's going to hear that and go, okay, fine. The war is over.
Right. Listen, right now, Gorky Park was just about to have their reunion. Their big reunion. It's the World Tour. And
those guitars were finally going to become a hit.
Yeah, they bought out all of the all of those leftover Kramer Gorky Park triangle Baalak guitars, and that nobody used except for filling landfills. And they're thinking this is going to be a new collector's item. We're going to have the new Gorky Park album, the new Gorky Park World Tour. They're building up merch, and then Russia invades Ukraine, and suddenly Gorky Park. Oh no.
Actually, the article just under that one's kind of funny too. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, right there. Phil Collins is definitely retiring.
Yeah, I don't care. No, I don't care.
He's rolling in a wheelchair on the stage.
Hey, listen, Phil Collins is entitled to his retirement.
Yeah, he's definitely going to retire.
I could feel it coming in his pants tonight. Oh Lord.
Gosh.
But there you go. So I think that's pretty significant that even pop culturally, he just can't sing that song in good conscience, knowing what's going on with
No,
That's
because
cool.
the
Very
literal
commemorative.
war horrors.
they're going to get booed.
The little war horrors in Ukraine. Yeah, so I think that's a brilliant move.
And they're
switching.
headlining a tour through America right now, and they got a great. Who's opening for them?
I believe
just
Skid
read
Row.
Is it Whiskey Dogs?
The
No,
new
it's not
version of
Whiskey Dogs.
Skid Row.
Oh, okay.
Because I believe at one point it was supposed to be Queensryche, and then that didn't happen. And then Skid Row got Eric as the new frontman, and now all of a sudden, that's a big deal. So a lot of people are excited. Look, I remember seeing Aerosmith back in the day. And look, I was happy to see Aerosmith and whatever, but Skid Row was opening, and I was more excited to see Skid Row than Aerosmith because they were great live back in the day when Sebastian Bach was in the front. So I was really excited. Now that type of excitement has built up for the Scorpions tour because, look, the Scorpions are over 50 years together. I saw with Queensryche a few years ago their 50th anniversary show tour. And they were great. They were still great. Klaus can still hit those really high notes, and Matthias is there. And I mean, all of it. The Scorpions are still amazing after 50-something years together as a band.
Klaus has a uniqueness about his voice, and you can tell it's him.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he still has that. You can still hear that.
Absolutely. He's as talented a singer as Lindy Lynch is at blowjobs. Absolutely. I agree. Is that what you said, Dane?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Phil Collins is a talented singer.
Just seeing if you're awake with us, Lindy. Phil, why are you back on Phil Collins?
I remember you. Oh.
That was Sebastian Bach. That was skill. I could see Phil Collins as the singer of Skid Row. I remember you.
If he put his dentures in, now he's got no teeth.
There you go. Lindy's awake. Although with 5 open mouths, I'm wondering. I can feel it coming in your mouth tonight.
Dude, when that song first came out, my roommate,
and I'm gonna
girlfriend,
paint your titties a creamy white. Oh,
my
Lord.
old roommate's girlfriend, her name, my roommate's girlfriend, her name was Laura. So he would sing, I
Laura
can
the
feel
Whore?
it. Oh, Laura. And he'd sing that to her.
Laura the Whore. Everyone had a turn with Laura.
Oh, Laura.
Oh, Laura.
Who is this?
My old roommates back when in like 1981 when that song came out. My roommate's girlfriend was named Laura. So
are you talking Christopher Cross?
Laura Ingalls. We're on Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Oh, because there was a Christopher Cross song called "Oh Laura."
Oh wow.
Or whatever.
Oh Laura, let me love you till the morning light. Do do do.
That was Ready for the World.
Oh Laura.
Those guys.
Oh Laura.
Oh Sheila.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh Sheila.
Welcome back, Janice. You didn't miss a thing. We were once again a very squeaky clean, family-oriented, very clean-humored, friendly show. Let's see. Sebastian Bach is the singer of Genesis.
I heard about a 3-day event, and I think it's called Monsters of the Mountain 3-day event. And it's got all the old bands that we love, Winger and Tom Kiefer and all these guys. Is there a chance you could look that up, Johnny, and see if we can find the lineup for the Monsters? And I believe it's
Monsters of Cock show?
Monsters on the Mountain, I think that the show is called.
Monster-sized mountains, yes.
Yeah, it's on
Talk about Lenny Lou's breath.
Facebook today.
Yes, KXM Rock, it is a G-rated show, G-string
Thank you,
rated.
Michael B.
Thank you, Michael B. That's pretty funny. Michael B needs some headphones. Hey, Michael B, it could have been worse. Your family could have been watching last week's McGruff the Crime Dog pedophile episode. Oh. Or they could have been listening to the Gilbert Gottfried imitation I was doing earlier.
The Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats, yeah. Lucky your family didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's actually a real thing. I can't believe that.
Yeah, 3-day tour. I think it's called Monsters.
3-hour tour.
And I'm like, is this Monster of Rock? No, Monster of the Mountain, I think it's called.
Monsters of Cock.
Monsters what?
Monsters on the Mountain. Try that.
Monsters of the Mountain
3-day music fest. Yeah.
in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
That probably sounds like a monster.
Yes,
on a
sir.
mountain
Pigeon
kind of a
Forge,
shirt.
Tennessee. It's up at Zeke's Feed and Grain right out back. They got 13 folding chairs. That's the concert. Yes, sir.
Those are fun shows to go to.
And who's the actor going on, Dane?
They got Tom Kiefer. Tom Kiefer.
Tom Key. Yeah,
Some
yes,
guy named
sir.
Tom
I
Kiefer is going
can't
on.
tell you, baby, what went wrong. Who else you got there?
Well, I think there's a band called Winger.
She's only 14, 14, and she is my sister, if you know exactly what I mean. She's only
And
14,
I think there's a band called Quiet Riot.
Bang your head under my steering wheel. Giving hell a drive, you man.
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
So
There we go.
August 9th, 19th, 20th, and 21st.
That's a
You got
cool app.
Cinderella's Tom Kiefer. You got Extreme. I wonder who's in Extreme nowadays.
Johnny, do you know anyone from Extreme?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
We've got Yngwie
Where is it? Oh,
Malmsteen.
they're there. There he is.
There it is.
There he is. I wonder if actually who is in Extreme nowadays.
Yngwie Malmsteen, who says he's his own
Yeah.
best headliner.
Quiet Riot is doing a great job right now with Rudy Sarzo on bass. They are working every day. They are out touring somewhere.
A friend of mine is friends with someone in there and said they're doing really good. Richie Kotzen, of course we know Richie.
Yeah.
Kip Winger, who's just terrific. Autograph.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's Stephen
Autograph's
Lynch,
been
our buddy
working hard.
Stephen Lynch.
Yeah.
Lillian Axe, I haven't heard them in a while. Bad Marriage. Bad Marriage, I'm not familiar with
Bad
them.
Marriage.
Tango Down, I'm not
That
familiar with them
reminds me
either.
of
Now,
something.
hold on now. I see a
What's
band
Bad
that should
Marriage
be
remind me
way up into the higher part of the show. Nerd Halen.
What Nerd Halen's on the show?
Our very own Caleb Rappaport,
Wow.
the greatest thing since Eddie.
Man, I had no idea.
Nice.
You know what's nice about this Nerd Halen show? You don't have to go out on a boat to see them.
If you can't
You-
get laid at a Nerd Halen show,
You don't have to go out on the cruise ship to see Nerd Halen this time.
so now the lineup just got 10 times better with the
It
addition
really
of Nerd
did.
Halen. So this is our buddy Caleb. Hey now, says Jay Hannon, the great Jay Hannon of the band Gizmachi in the chat. So
if
that's
you're in
our
a
buddy.
bad
That's our
marriage,
buddy Caleb. Part of
take
our
them down to the
part
Nerd
of our
Halen
channel.
show.
Yeah, listen, you guys got to get there early because if Nerd Halen is early on the list, that means that's the band you want to see the most. The most.
End of August. Make sure you have bug spray with you.
August 20th. Well,
Yeah,
let's see.
19th.
A lot of
August 19th.
critters flying around.
There's more. That's like the first day.
August 19th. Let's go to August 20th.
Let's see who's on August 20th.
Oh,
Now look at this. So now we have Queensryche.
nice.
Love Queensryche, of course.
Yeah.
Striper.
Killer.
Rat's very own Stephen Piercy, who always brings the noise. Dangerous Toys, Eclipse,
Wow.
John Corabi, Enough's Enough. Yeah. There's a band. Rest in peace,
And
Derek
there's
Frigo.
Bad Marriage again and Pyromania. Maybe a Def
Now,
Leppard
Simon
tribute.
Daniel. I'm not familiar with Simon Daniels,
No.
and I'm not familiar with Bad Marriage. I guess Pyromania is a really good Def Leppard cover, is my
So
assumption.
they're starting each night off so far with a killer freaking tribute band.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Good for them.
No, this looks like a very solid festival here. And what state is that in?
Wasn't
Tennessee.
it Tennessee.
Tennessee. God bless them.
It's right down the street from Nashville.
Hell yeah.
And you know, Tennessee in August is beautiful.
Tennessee is beautiful all year round because
It
you know
really
why?
is.
You know
Yeah.
why? The people. The people of Tennessee are fucking awesome.
They're real people.
And let me give shout out to any audience members that are in Tennessee. because they were really nice to me.
Oh,
I
that
really
I
love
get it.
Tennessee.
Stormy Daniels has changed her name to Simon Daniels.
Whoa.
Is that true?
That took a turn.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No.
I'd go see, I'd
No,
go
it would
see Stormy
not.
Daniels. I'd go see Stormy Daniels.
Not that
You're
there's
excited
anything
about that,
wrong with
huh?
that, but it wouldn't
You could be
benefit
like,
me.
yeah, Trump got a little taste.
But you were just saying if somebody else had something else, you'd be all in.
Yeah, well, that's
You
a
just
whole
said that 10 minutes ago.
different- because that chick is so fucking hot. That chick is so fucking hot. That
Stormy
chick from
Daniels.
American Idol, she's the greatest. She's just so fucking hot.
Even after Trump,
How
had
many
her,
people?
you
How
think
many
she's
people
still
we
hot?
have here from? How many people we have here right now? If anyone from the great state of Tennessee, I know during the rerun, and we get thousands of viewers. We will obviously have viewers from Tennessee. But if you're from Tennessee right now, live in the chat room, shout out. Just say hi.
Southeast of Knoxville.
There we go.
So yeah,
Christopher.
Southeast. So if you're in the Cincinnati area,
There you go.
know, you could
Hellstorm.
probably
Hellstorm.
cruise down there.
And yeah, Metal God, I love South Carolina too.
Kentucky.
I love a lot of states, but right now I'm focusing because of this concert. I am focusing on Tennessee right now.
He needs a ride, is basically what he's looking for.
Because
in the-
Tennesseeing is kind
If
of
you're in
believing.
Florida, if you're in the Florida area, it's probably only a 6 or 8 hour drive to get up there.
Alice
There you
wishes
go.
that she was there.
Or
Yeah, Alice,
where,
we could work out a deal. Let me tell you something. I'll give you a ride, but I need some roadhead on the way up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, nothing in life is free, Alice.
Well,
Nothing
Steve
in life is free.
Carmichael, he's 2 hours
maybe
away.
Jack Daniels there. There's plenty of whiskey floating around.
Oh yeah,
2-hour drive,
Maybe-
that's nothing. I did a 2-hour
There-
drive yesterday.
There'll be a
Johnny
lot-
does a 6-hour drive to get to Nam.
A lot of whiskey.
Yes.
floating around, man.
I'll
Yes,
be at
Kevin
NAMM
Coach-
in June.
Kevin Coachell, I said today's show and tell guitar hint is the pearly white shade of jizz that I would leave on that girl's tits from American Idol. that was today's show and tell guitar hint. That was no lie. That was the hint.
He had to wipe off his TV set the other night.
There you go. I took a squeegee to the screen and just kind of. There you go.
In front of his mom.
Yeah, Metal God 100 is about 6 hours from Tennessee. And Symmetry said it best: gas, ass, or grass. Nobody rides for free. Damn right. Put that bumper sticker on my car.
Let's scroll down to August 21st.
Okay, so August 21st, day 3 of this very cool concert in Tennessee. Who we got?
More to go. Here it is.
Nice. Look at this fucking
Night
great lineup.
Ranger.
Night Ranger, Firehouse, Vixen, Nelson, Brother
Nelson.
Kane, Pat Travers, Crazy Licks. You listening, Jay
Wow.
Hannon? Crazy Licks and Nerd Halen at the same show. Awesome.
Jeff Scott Soto.
Bueller,
Jeff Scott Soto.
Michael Sweet. Well, that's easy since
He's still there from
Stryper's
Poison.
still there.
Stryper hanging out.
Yeah. The Hot Summers, Wild America, and Shot of Poison, I imagine, is probably one of the best cover bands of Poison. Actually, I think I remember them.
Poison tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a good one. Not
Wow.
one you go into the bar and there's some guy, every nose has its porn. Yeah. it
I
does.
dig
Some
that.
guy that looks like Vince Neil.
Nah,
I
this
dig
is-
the
this
Pat
is-
Travers band. I grew up on
This
that
is
shit as a
good.
little kid.
Now this is a great line. And much like In My Pants, more to come.
And Crazy Licks is more of a modern band that's only been around for maybe 10 years now. They weren't around back in the 80s, back in the Pat Travers time. They're a new band that sounds like
They're flying the 80s
1987.
flag. They're
Yeah.
flying the 80s flag. Crazy Licks. Jay Hannon and myself have been talking about Crazy Licks for a while, and they're really, really good.
they're
really good.
Yeah.
So what's the name of this tour? Monsters on the Mountain? Monster on the what do we got?
Monsters on
Monsters
the Mountain.
on the Mountain
Monsters on the
tour.
Mountain.
Monsters on her mountains.
There it is. Look at that logo. That's
Nice.
killer.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'd buy merch with that. If anyone's going to that concert, get me a T-shirt, extra large, please. I'd wear that logo. That's very cool. Nice. Yeah, no, man, Tennessee
Awesome.
rocks. They've got a lot of cool people over there. A lot of cool rockers, no lie.
And good for Nerd Halen, man. That is awesome.
I'm just thinking, Johnny, Google is that the Smoky Mountain in Tennessee? Is that where Smoky Mountain Knife Works is?
Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg?
Johnny, look up Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I believe that's
Smoky Mountain.
Knife Works. I believe that's in Tennessee.
Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
I think that's where they're looking. That's where they are, right?
I just wait, Knife
Works.
I just saw something. Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Is that Tennessee?
You know, that's a great summer vacation.
Yeah, it is. It is Tennessee.
You go to Tennessee for a summer vacation. You go to Nashville. You see some bands. You go through Carter's vintage guitars, maybe Gruen's vintage guitars. You maybe go through the Gibson showroom that they have there in Nashville. See some of the bands right down there on the strip through Nashville, and you go over to.
Did someone say strip?
Go to that show. That's a fun vacation right there.
I like the guys over at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I used to collect a lot of knives back in the day, and those guys always hooked me up. Really nice people, really pretty area. So yeah, huge shout out to everyone in Tennessee and everyone going there for that concert, because you know what? Support Nerd Halen. You won't be disappointed. You'll be blown away. Get there early and make sure you catch them.
With a lineup like that, there's going to be thousands of people at an outdoor 3-day outdoor, pretty much probably like a biker fest type of atmosphere.
Yeah, and listen, make sure to let them know that you saw about this concert on Johnny Beane by flashing your breasts at the band. So make sure that you flashing right on your tits, Johnny Beane TV. So just like that, so they know that there's this Talking Guitars and 80's Metal Live was promoting the concert. That's good.
Yes.
Or just write Mancuta's Jugs or something. Just put something on there and flash them. Whatever you want.
Yeah. And if you do go and you see the show, make sure to leave a review. Johnny Beane TV on Google. Leave a review of the show.
Yeah, we'll leave a review of this show is what you should.
They had an Arizona Bike Week 2020 t-shirt, and this was that logo.
Should probably wash it.
The best part about it, that t-shirt.
Nice. That's a cool logo.
If I could navigate my phone.
AI Gaming, I would go if it was more local. But I've got other stuff I have to travel to right now.
Here's the back of the t-shirt, and right there somewhere in the middle, you can see the Whiskey Dogs played with a bunch of other local and
nice.
Yeah, some
is
other
that
stuff.
is that the back of your head, Dane?
No.
It looks familiar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who is that in the photo?
I don't know who that is. I think it's a girl.
Well, that's a good start.
You sure?
I don't know. That could be Johnny Winter from the back. I don't know.
Or Edgar. Johnny passed away. It's Edgar.
Well, I can't see what condition the face is, so I don't know. Yeah, Rena says that could be Dana Strum. I don't know. It's a cool shirt, though, Dane. I'm glad you're on it there.
Isn't that cool? I just play gigs so I can get on the t-shirt. I can't wait for the Rainbow. That's coming up on the 24th. 12 days away, the Rainbow Room. And I'm going to get on
that's going to be a very
get on that damn
very
t-shirt.
cool show. That's going to be a
It was
very
cool.
cool
Yeah.
show. So what is that, Saturday the 24th, Dane?
It's a Sunday.
Sunday the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great.
Free show all day Sunday.
Nice. Very, very,
Very
cool.
yes. Congratulations, man.
With Steven from Rat.
Stephen Piercy.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there too. Dang.
He's one of the bands.
Dane Zimmerman, I love to find a way, just give it time. Dane Zimmerman, whiskey dogs playing with us. Yeah. Let's see. Alice Martinez likes it in the back door. What is that? Oh, I'm going to see the back street boys. I thought I like it in the back door from Boys in my poon, but it says I'm going to see Backstreet Boys in June.
God.
I'm sorry, I read that wrong. That was a very innocent mistake, Alice. Okay.
The Backstreet
Yeah, hey,
Boys.
no, listen,
Is it still the original lineup? Or they got a bunch of replacements in there? Who are these guys?
No, those are the original guys. And which one has AJ in it? I know one of those guys from one of those boy bands.
It's
I always
either-
is he a Backstreet Boy or a New Kid? I always forget this.
or 98 Degrees. That was
He might
the
be an
big three.
NSYNC.
Was he in
NSYNC.
sync?
AJ.
AJ was it AJ Chase something?
I'm really honestly, I'm glad that all the boy bands are kind of gone now. Remember how horrible music was in around the year 2000, 1999?
Listen, every priest loved those young boys. Oh wait, what are you talking about? Oh, the bands. Yes, the boy band.
But I guess you could consider,
idea
like,
about-
Motley Crue
Outdoors,
and all that stuff,
outdoors.
boy bands, pretty boy bands, Poison. In a way, you could consider that boy bands.
No, that's
Sorta?
metal. That's that's
Yeah,
80s glam bands. That's the hair bands,
Okay.
the hair metal.
Yeah.
That's not Backstreet Boys. Rock Daddy saw the Whiskey Dogs at Bike Week. Says you guys
he was
killed
up
it.
there. Yeah, he was up there.
Thank you, Rock Daddy. No, listen, Dane's band puts on a great show. We have fun with them, but Dane is no shit. Dane is belonging to and part of and a contributing member of a really good band. They're no joke. They're playing some good shows. So go out there and support him on the
If you're in the
24th
Phoenix area.
at the Rainbow or
Yep.
in the Phoenix area,
It's a free show Sunday the 24th at the
which is
Rainbow.
my favorite 4-letter word.
And we are the very first band of the day. So we
You
have
can
like
help
a
them load
1:30
in.
time slot. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm awake by then.
Listen, if you want a VIP experience while they're still, getting up there in popularity, you can, for $20, you get the VIP experience. You can help
Yeah.
Dane load in the equipment.
Yeah. Luckily,
You can park
you
his
get a
car.
photo with the band. You get a signed autographed a napkin and a guitar pick. You get a Swiss
honestly,
pick.
though, that shit's already going to be backlined. We don't have.
You want to
like,
watch
any-
Dane's gear while he uses the bathroom?
You want a
If you wanna
souvenir?
Bring me a Bang energy drink
wanna
right at
talk
about
about
1 o'clock
merch?
before I go on stage, man. I need to slam a Bang energy
Some
drink.
bands sell merch. If you catch him at the right time when he's walking back to the van, you may even be able to buy some instruments from the band. So believe me, this is
I
an
wanna do
opportunity.
I want to do
Speaking
a
of
show with
opportunity,
Jared Halen.
Swiss Picks, the greatest gripping guitar pick out there, a proud sponsor of Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. Swiss
Oh, look at
Picks. Look at that. With raised holes, just like Swiss cheese, for the best grip you can get on there. Swiss Picks. Check out the Jason Becker Blue Cheese Edition to help our buddy Jason. Swiss Picks, look at the raised holes on these. You want these. And you could get them at Zim's Guitars in Arizona right there.
I do have some.
If you're in Arizona, you go to Dane's. If not, you could get a mail order from the company direct at Swiss Picks website.
Will you
And they
ship
are
guitar picks?
great.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'll ship picks. I'll ship
You'll-
pick.
He'll
Dane-
ship picks.
Dane will ship those. Keith Campbell says he never sheeps. Do you sheep?
I don't sheep.
That's only when he's really drunk.
Are you going to the
Yeah,
show in Tennessee?
Wear your Velcro gloves because there's a sheepin. We bring baby oil and Velcro gloves, and there's a sheep behind the venue. There's a sheeping. They never.
All sheeps look the same from the back, Dane.
Nice. Be sheep rich. That's a good looking bitch, actually, Dane.
Yeah, this one turned out good.
That's a nice one. Was that an NJ series or a bronze?
It is the special edition.
Ooh, special edition. Ooh, it's special. But look at that paint job. That came out good.
The
Yeah.
Smashal edition.
Is that one for sale, Dane?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, wow.
That's a good looking paint job they did. I should have one of my bitches painted like that. That's a
That'd be
good looking
cool.
paint job. All my bitches come down like what?
Dirty deeds done to shape.
Yeah, call Dane's shop when they're open and see if he'll sell it to you. You never know. Sometimes that guitar store will actually sell you guitars.
Yeah,
Give him a shot.
Sometimes.
Give him a shout. If you catch
Yeah.
him at the right
I have
store hour.
I honestly have about 10 of them now. These BC Riches that I've had painted. And I've only sold one, and that was an NJ series bass, Warlock bass, that I had painted. And it's a funny story. My painter's like, hey, he painted my guitar player's Les Paul, and he put purple Zakk Wylde stripe circles on it. And then he said, hey, I can paint your bass just like your guitar player's guitar. I said, hey, that'd be cool. We have matching guitars. Go ahead.
In
just do
prison,
that.
I said, Dane, I could paint your mouth.
Yeah. So we painted the guitar exactly to match my guitar player's Les Paul. I showed up to practice with this thing, and she took one look at it, and she was like, what's that? No, man, that's my look. That's
Penis.
my thing. I don't want you to have like a
It's my
guitar
thing.
matching. She wanted nothing to do with it, so I sold that one.
We already look the same from behind.
I stole
That's
her
my
look.
thing.
It's like putting on her pink
my
beanie.
thing.
I put on her pink beanie basically by showing up with a base
Oh.
with the same paint job.
Another
Oh,
person
yeah.
stealing my fucking beanie look.
Speaking of that,
So I sold that thing, and so some guy up in Flagstaff drove down and got that guitar.
Here's my
And he's
staff.
like, "Holy shit, bro! Where do you get this stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." Uh-oh.
Is that the great kazoo as well?
It's gonna get real. It's getting real.
Thank
There
you.
you
Thank
go.
you to the great Cobra Kai platoon. One of my favorite audience members for that.
Cobra
Thank
Kai.
you, brother.
thank you, man.
That's awesome. Thank you, Cobra Kai. Everyone's in on that. Even the great Gazoo. The great
There he
Gazoo.
is.
The great Gazoo. Hello, dum-dums. Do you know this was the first gay character in cartoons? Hello, dum-dums.
It wasn't. It was.
Great
So he
Gazoo.
came. So he
There he
came
is. Stealing
before
my
the Pink Panther.
Thunder.
Is that what you're saying? He came
Stealing
before
my
the
Pink
Panther.
Thunder. Pink Panther's not gay. You're thinking Snagglepuss.
Oh,
Heavens to Murgatroyd. It's a vagina. Mhm.
Yes.
Janice Lala says, my hair is longer now. I could do a better Zims next Halloween. Yeah, start getting ready for Halloween, guys. Think about what costumes you're going to do for the great Johnny Beane Halloween Costume Contest Year 3 coming at the end of
Yes.
October.
And we might get you your prizes by then.
See your prizes. Johnny, do we have any giveaways tonight?
Maybe.
What's the Jewish sound? Prizes, you want prizes? What? You come here, you think, what, this entertainment free, and you gotta get a prize? What, free? Oh, it's Johnny Bean Show. He's talking guitars in his middle life. You should have free prize. Why am I here except for free prize?
For some reason, last night I watched a bunch of episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
He's great.
the Larry
Dude.
David thing. Yeah.
I have friends that work on that show. Great show. Phenomenal show.
It is. It is. And we got 90 people in here. Okay. All right.
Oh, he's giving away picks.
You want some
Van
50 guitar
Halen
picks?
picks.
How many picks are in there? Are
Contest.
there 6 picks in there?
You want these? There's 6 of them, I guess.
All right,
Hashtag
boys and
win.
girls.
There you go. Mr.
Here's
Mickey
how
Mouse.
to do it. You want to win those Van Halen guitar picks tonight? Cool prize. Type in #win into the chat right now. We will do it live at the end of the show. #win to be entered. You can't win if you won in the last 30 days a prize otherwise. Is that right, Johnny?
Correct.
Oh, man,
Correct.
who made that rule?
Johnny, because he's a Nazi bastard.
What if this was Jeopardy?
Und
and
you
you didn't
cannot
allow
win?
the
You
Jeopardy
cannot-
winner to continue next week?
That's Vladimir Putin's rule, not Johnny's. Vladimir Putin said, "You cannot win if you." So #win in the chat. Type it in right now, and you could be eligible today. We're going to do this live at the end of the show. Give away those very cool Van Halen branded guitar picks.
Have you
Those
seen any
are
of
the
the
real
new
deal.
episodes of Jeopardy with the Big Bang girl? The girl that was on the Big Bang Theory. Have you seen her?
That plays Harley Quinn with a filthy mouth. I love it.
She's the perfect host for that, don't you think?
Can't Try 55 typed Gazoo. I think he meant my goo. Hello, dum-dums. I'm the great my goo. Gazoo, we need you. Hello, dum-dums. No, even with my magic powers, I can't make Pamela Anderson's vagina tight.
I'm amazed you remembered that joke because that roast
performed
was
that
like
joke.
20 years ago, wasn't it?
I performed that joke. I was reading, I was memorizing part of Gilbert's, and then I threw in a little bit of mine. But no, I performed that joke. Every comedian has at some time told that joke. But I just told you part of Gilbert's, and Gilbert was so great doing that.
I really love the Rodney Dangerfield stuff, though, but I don't think he ad-libbed like Gilbert Gottfried did. He wrote his stuff down
Everyone
and remembered.
ad-libs to some extent, but usually you go out there with a set of material that you're expecting to do, and then sometimes a heckler throws you off, and you got to rip him an asshole. The great green goo. Keith Campbell, the great green goo. Yeah, type in the word win if you want to win. Bonnie, my pebbles! Yeah,
I
Cocoa
kind of
Pebbles,
think that
my
Neanderthal
favorite
is
cereal.
faking his illness just between us. Just between us, thousand
Well, let's
guys.
go
He
over
doesn't
there.
want to be here today. I don't want to
Let's
be
go.
here
I
today.
think he's
You don't want to be
faking
here
it
today.
because he
None
doesn't
of
want to
us
come
wanna
on
be
here and
here today.
apologize that he was 100% wrong about the Will Smith stuff.
No, this has nothing to do.
He's
Paulie's sick.
wrong.
Paulie's really sick.
He would
No,
say,
I know
"Hey,
for
you
a
could
fact
say
Paulie wasn't
that."
feeling good the other day.
I love how he always says, "Hey, you could say that, but you would be wrong." That's his famous every episode.
Yeah, but a
You
lot of
could
times
have
he's
that
right.
Opinion, but you would be wrong.
But a lot
Somebody
of times
clip
he's
this.
right.
Somebody clip this
He's
right now.
wrong. He's wrong.
Click the
We
clip.
finally got him on something that he's wrong about.
I don't know. Keep putting hashtag win
Finally.
in.
We could
You wanna be
argue with him
entered
about who was it,
Van
Judas
Halen
Priest
contest.
and Iron Maiden. Remember, Judas Priest or Iron Maiden? Who's bigger? And Neanderthal would say, well, John, you can, it's great that you have that opinion, but you are wrong. But we got him.
Don't
now.
pick on Paulie when he's not here.
We got him.
Smash that thumbs up for Paul.
Smash the thumbs up for all of us because it costs nothing to hit the like button. Nothing. Nothing. Well, Paul's my buddy, and I wish
I'm gonna call him and see
I
if
wish
he
he felt.
answers.
I wish he felt.
I'm going to
better
call
than
him
he
and
does.
see if he answers. This is
You gonna
what
Paul?
friends do. We call and we say, hey, man, how are you feeling? You okay?
This one's all on you, Dave.
You call
Paulie's trying to
someone
rest.
and they're
Paulie's got a
bedridden.
fever.
He's
He's
not
got an ice pack
resting.
on his head. He's got a thermometer. He's like delirious. Oh, I feel terrible. And here's Dave. Probably, what the fuck are you calling me for? This ain't on us, Johnny.
Paul, how you doing, buddy? You okay?
What's up? I don't feel well. What's up?
Oh shit, you are sick.
Yes, he's sick.
What happened? You got
Dude,
the
I'm in bed. I don't feel well. I'm not in the mood for this.
okay. All right.
Later.
Let him.
But is he
be,
watching?
Dave. Tell him to
He's
hit
like,
the like
"Dude,
button, though.
He knew you were calling. You
I'm
notice
not
that?
going for this.
Tell him to hit the like button. I don't know why.
That didn't
you have
even
to
sound
harass
like
the
him.
Poor guy.
No,
Because
you
he's
could
sick.
tell.
The poor
He
guy's
was
sick.
like-
Let him be.
Oh my god.
Hello.
He's sick.
Okay.
But it would be funny if he was like face deep in a vagina. Hello? What do you want?
He supposedly has a girlfriend now. He keeps bragging about it every time he comes in here.
Paulie's a good-looking guy. Paulie gets girls. He doesn't brag about it. He doesn't brag about it. Listen,
No,
I
he's
masturbate and I masturbate and I brag about that I met my hand the other day. I'm so excited that someone's gonna touch my penis. So believe me, I'm very happy to say anything about anything. But no, look, Paulie, you know. Paulie, like Black Salami says, Paulie eats those fur burgers, baby. Go get him, Paulie.
Did you wash that shirt, Dan?
Did I watch what shirt?
That shirt. Isn't that the shirt? That's the thing Paul was at, right?
Oh, that shirt that I showed you. No,
Yeah.
that was just some girl modeling it. I don't have that. I want
No,
one.
you actually
You don't
had-
have what? The girl or the shirt?
I thought you actually showed us an actual shirt that you had earlier.
Wait, you
Was it-
don't
was
have
it-
a copy of that shirt?
The biker.
No, I just my singer just sent me a picture on a few minutes ago, and I showed you guys. But I
Wasn't
said,
there-
give me one in extra large. I didn't see him there. I didn't get one.
Keith Campbell wants to know, should I drive from San Diego to Mesa, Arizona and live cast the bitch slap?
Yes.
This is what you get for picking on Paulie, Dane. See?
Like he doesn't pick on the rest of us.
I know,
He's
but
like a
it's all
schoolyard bully.
it's all in fun.
Okay.
But he's
Somebody
feeling,
clip
he's
this.
feeling bad. He's feeling
He's
bad.
a schoolyard bully.
Oh, this is good.
Whoa.
No, he
What are you
is.
doing?
He's gonna call you now.
Oh, feeling sick. Let him be.
I'm leaving him alone. I'm not saying anything.
Can't Drive 55 says COVID is scared of Chuck Norris. Absolutely. Everyone's scared of Chuck Norris.
Paulie's fighting it right now, man. Wow.
We don't know. We don't know if he has that.
He's arm wrestling COVID right now.
We're not sure what Paulie has yet. But look, we wish we hope he feels better.
Okay, I'll leave him alone. I got
Let's
no
see.
beef with him.
Beef.
Wait a minute.
He's one of my best friends, and he's a great customer.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
He's
What-
our friend. What?
Huh? He's messaging us right now on Facebook.
No, that's Black Salami.
No, that's Paulie.
Oh no!
I just got.
Oh, I love you, bro. You're one of my best friends, dude.
You see
I'm
what he's
bur-
saying about Dane in
didn't
this
say
message
nothing.
right
I'm
now? man?
burning down
Negative.
Dane's store.
Wait,
What does that mean?
I'll lock
I think he
the front
means
door and call
metaphorically.
the cops. I'll lock the front door and call the cops. Hey, there's some crazy guy out here.
Oh no.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to go out of business.
Oh man.
Paul wants me. Paul's actually mad at me right now because
Because you
he's
probably
got
woke
some
him. He's trying to
guitars.
rest up.
No, he's got some guitars that he kind of in his collection that he kind of wants to sell and get rid of a few things. And I'm
You
like,
just raised your
"Nah."
prices.
Yeah, he wants
just-
too
you
much.
just
and
cost
I'm like,
yourself
"Nah,
money."
man, there's nothing in it.
Dane, I was
for me,
gonna give you a
bro."
bro deal, but now
Yeah.
since you upset me,
Yeah.
I don't know. Remember, if you haven't entered our Van Halen contest, type in #win. We will be giving those away tonight on the show tonight.
Within the next 5 hours.
Tonight.
I'm
Yeah.
on my way. You know what's funny is Paul. He won't give me his address. Like it's Paul. I'll come over.
I
We'll
wouldn't
drink
give
some
you my
beers.
address either.
I'll pet the dog. Let's pet the dogs and let me see your pool. Hang out, have barbecue, whatever. Listen to some music. Put some old metal on. Have a beer. Sunday afternoon kind of thing. What's the deal? No.
The man wants to be
no,
with a girl in his
no.
pool. He doesn't want you coming over
Right.
drinking his beer.
Okay. And so then here about a month ago, this guy comes in and he goes, "Hey man, you kind of hang out with Neanderthal. He comes in here a lot." And I said, yeah,
Oh,
we're
no.
good friends. "Oh, dude, I'm his next door neighbor." And I'm like, "Wow, really?"
Dane
What
immediately
was that?
closed
Now
shop,
I know how
followed
to
him
get
home.
hold of him.
Dane's driving behind him, trying not to be noticed.
He's like, "You wanted this guitar for free? Just fill out this receipt. What's your address?"
Yeah, put your address on here.
We're having a contest, and nobody is entered. All you have to do is leave your name and address on this
There you
card,
go.
and I'll pluck it out.
Have you ever seen that guy again?
#privacy.
That guy hasn't been seen since.
#restraining order. He's in the back of Dane's shop, chained up. I won't tell. Dane's got the light on him, trying to sweat him out. Tell me where the damn house is. It's like a police grilling. He's got the light on him, and the guy's tied up. And, I don't want to tell. Please let me go. You have no right to hold me here.
We're in the same neighborhood.
Are you gonna tell? No. All right.
Oh my gosh. Good Dane, bad Dane.
I'll tell you, Dane closes up shop. He's like following the guy in the car. He's got one of those fake eyeglasses, mustache, and nose things. Driving behind him. Are you following me? No, I'm looking for the massage parlor. I'm not from around here. Say, do you live around here? Where do you say is a good street safe enough to park my car? Do you know any? Where do you park your car?
It all started when he snorted the guitar pick that night. Everybody who was in the chat was like, "Oh my
Where do you
God,
live?"
call Dane. Have Dane come over and drive you to the hospital and stuff."
And Paulie's contemplating, okay, I may choke to death on this guitar pick, or I may have Dane at my house. Which fate is worse? And he chose the guitar pick.
Yeah.
Better odds.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Very
He chose
nice.
to drive himself. Fortunately, he didn't have to. He sneezed it back out.
Thank God.
That was a funny episode. I have to hand it to you guys.
That was
That
a
was a
great
funny one.
episode. And then a few days later, I had to outdo him. I shoved a Swiss pick up my asshole and raffled it off. And we gave away an actual Swiss pick that was up my ass, and
Well,
Paulie
that's
gave
the
away
big-
the one that was up his nose.
That was the big one right there.
There it is. Steve Barton.
Steve.
Nah, Paulie doesn't believe the slap was real. Thank you, Steve.
That's why he's avoiding the show. He's not sick.
He's sick. Let the man be. There we go. The color
There
of
it
Johnny's
is.
lights. Peel back the reality. Wouldn't it be funny if Johnny peeled that back and there's like 7 naked women chained up with cum all over their faces? Come back to bed, Johnny.
That would be the video right there.
Come back to
that would get
bed.
the views. He'd have like
Keith
10,000
Campbell. Who won the
views
ass
on
pick?
that.
Who won the ass pick? I forgot the name. It was a girl. I remember it was a girl in the audience in the chat. I forget.
Well, there's only 2 of them.
No. We have a lot of
Amanda
girls.
comes
We have a
in
lot of girls in the
sometimes.
audience.
Amanda Coombs comes in sometime.
It wasn't Amanda who does make us come. It wasn't Amanda.
Oh
It wasn't
my
Lindy.
gosh.
Wasn't Lindy Lou. Wasn't Mary. Wasn't Janice. Wasn't Alice.
There's a Sharon that comes in, right?
Wasn't Erica. Wasn't Sophie. Wasn't.
You have a
let's
list of
see.
all the girls in your head.
No, I do. In my head, I do know all the girls because I care about our audience. I forgot who it was. It was like an Asian last name. I forget who it was.
Asian lover.
I'm
What
your
am I thinking?
turbo mother.
Asian hooker.
Wow, that went south fast. That got
It's a
dark.
Steel Panthers tune.
I like the little pun. Cheech said her playing probably stinks. Absolutely, plays like shit. Get it?
Oh.
Up my ass, stinks shit. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. No, it wasn't Sharon either. Sharon will do you. Will Dollar.
Well, did you mail it off?
I did. Yeah, no, I mailed it off the week that she won it. I don't want to say the name because then Dana will stalk her. Dana will want to know where she lives next. Thank you, Christopher Live Sawa.
Christopher.
Nice. Let's hit the like button, and I will review some of our sponsors before we do show and tell guitar for the week. By the way, brought to you by, of course, Swiss Picks Bang Energy, delicious Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn, and Vinum Custom Pickups. Let's go there. Vinum Custom Pickups. Vinum Custom Pickups, maker of the Mancuda Custom. Vinum Custom Pickups. If you want to improve the tone of your guitar, you call up or message or go on the website of Vinum Custom Pickups. Message Craig Vinum and tell him you were sent by Talking Guitars and 80's Metal Live. Tell him Mancuda sent you, and he will hook you up because Vinum Custom Pickups are affordable boutique pickups of the highest quality. We're talking the stuff that you could put in a 59 Les Paul and recapture that fire that you used to have. Custom stuff if you want a Duncan JB that is sounding a little less muddy or a little higher, a little sharper, whatever you want, you tell Vinum Custom Pickups, and they will custom wind pickups for you. Come in custom colors as well for your guitar project. Tell Vinum
All the
Custom
colors.
Pickups you were sent by Talking Guitars at 80's Metal Live, that Mancuda sent you. Vinum Custom Pickups. Great stuff. Everyone I've sent there has been very, very happy with the tone of Vinum Custom Pickups. Also,
Nice.
Tessie Switch, the greatest guitar kill switches on the market. Tessie Switch, if you want a pro level kill switch, let's say you want one of those video game size buttons to slap and hit all those pauses in your song. You want something that's not going to break. You want something to beat the shit out of, but that the pros use. That's the Tessie Switch. That's the one you want to install on your guitar. Tessie Switch. Go to their website. Tell them that we sent you. Tell them what do we tell them, Johnny? Do we tell them you or what's the code?
Go to
What do we
Tessie.
do?
You go to tessyswitch. Dane, what are we supposed to do? Dane?
Dane!
Oh.
Oh, man. Listen, you tell Tessie Switch that you were sent by Talking Guitars and 80's Metal Live on Johnny Beane TV. They will hook you up. They'll take good care of you.
They're actually
Tessie
the
Switch
code.
says all sorts of switches, sizes, whatnot. What is the code, Johnny?
Go to tessyswitch.com/shop and type in Johnny Beane 15 when ordering one of each thing.
There you go. And what do they get? They get a discount. Get a better rate.
15% off.
15%. How do they stay in business? God bless you, Tessie Switch. That's the kill switch you want. Tessie Switch. And of course, when you want to hot rod your guitar, oh boy, that's the hand I want jerking me off. When you want to hot rod your guitar, Johnny, you want noiseless springs, you want special tuners, you want titanium saddles, even a titanium bridge, you go to fu-tone.com. They will hot rod your guitar with some of the greatest aftermarket equipment, upgrade after upgrade for true performance. Upgrades for your tremolos, for your tuners, noiseless springs, even full guitars. fu-tone.com. Tell them we sent you, because why the fuck wouldn't you do that? They'll take better care of you. They love us here. Say, I was on Talking Guitars and 80's Metal Live, and they told me to order some stuff from you, and what are you going to do? And they're going to hook you up, motherfucker. fu-tone.com for all your high-end performance needs. Check them out. There you go.
Yes. Tell them you know Johnny Beane.
There you go. Tell them you know where Neanderthal lives. There you go.
Right, Dane?
Oh boy, he's probably following that guy to Paulie's house right now. He ran off. He left the shop open, doors, lights, everything. Dane disappears faster than Vinnie Vincent. No photos. No photos.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. There he is. Now he's back. Okay. So, thank you. So, today's show and tell guitar, I gave you the clue. It's the same pearly white color as the jizz I'm going to shoot over that girl from American Idol's tits. That was the clue. That was the real clue. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to my buddy here, Blue Rhino. Right there. Blue Rhino. Everyone loves Blue Rhino. Everyone loves Blue Rhino. That's not him. That's him. That's not him. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show and tell guitar of the week. Johnny. Oh, look at that thing. If I could get some fucking light on it.
Goddamn.
There we go. A beautiful to-hum vintage San Dimas Charvel Strat. Johnny, let me know when you have the thumbnail.
Got it.
Okay. This is very hard to see. This is an iridescent pearl white paint. It's so hard to see in this light. I'm trying to think of a way I could get it to show a little bit more obvious. It's not regular white. This is pure pearly, like a silvery white reflection, like a real pearl. It's really, really pretty. Very rare. I've never seen another vintage San Dimas Charvel with this pearl white metallic pearl paint. I'm trying to think of a way to maybe get some extra light on that. Let me hold on a second. Let me adjust the lights in the house. Hold on. See if I could do this to give you a better idea of what you're looking at. Here's my cock. So this is gonna blow me out light wise, but let's see if it helps the guitar. Okay, that might do it a little bit. Really hard to fucking see.
Yeah, that's better. It's more white now.
But it's not white. It's a pearl. It's basically like BC Rich's glitter rock white, which was white with just so much pearl in it that it doesn't look white. It looks whitish silver almost. Very, very hard to see. I'm having a real hard time to get it. Yeah, I was hoping to show. This ain't working. This ain't working well. This thing's so iridescent, though. It's not luminescent. Thank you, Keith Campbell. It's not your flat white. It's pearl. It's really heavy glitter rock white pearl, just like the old BC Riches. This is so cool. I'm gonna show it anyway, even blown out. All right, I'm gonna adjust the lights again so you can actually see the thing. Here's my cock again.
Oh,
Hey guys,
hey, how you doing, man?
good. What happened to the guitar?
Uh,
The Charvel. I love it.
There
how
it
guys
is.
are doing the
Once
shop.
again,
You
my
ain't
cock.
Charvels?
Yep.
Charvel.
like, share, subscribe.
Okay. So here it is. I'm really sorry. The lighting sucks.
You
to
should have
see
said that
this
3
thing.
hours ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, it is. Listen, it's as Pearl Jam as you can get. Believe me. Like I said, the lights in today don't let you actually see it because it looks white on screen, but it's a luminescent pearl white, and it's so beautiful in person. I showed Mama Kuda today in the sunlight. And her clit was ringing like a dinner bell. She was so excited.
Oh,
Anyway, so here it is. This is old school San Dimas Charvel. You have an old V-Trem bridge. This is all original. This thing is in such amazing, clean condition. I got it. The original owner gave me the receipt with this, and the receipt has a really great story with it. I'm going to show you. The first thing I'm going to show you, it has a brass V-Trem bridge. That beautiful V-Trem bridge. And that's a unique one. That's one of the early brass V-Trems they did on the pointies, because this is a very early pointy. And two very, very clean original brass knobs. The paint's in immaculate condition, which means by certain people's standards, I should drop it, right? You have a DiMarzio Super Distortion in the bridge. In the neck, you have a, let's see, it's a DiMarzio PAF in the bridge. So basically a very BC Rich-like guitar for a Charvel, because that was the classic BC Rich combination, was a DiMarzio Super Distortion in the bridge, and in the neck, a DiMarzio PAF. So they copied that, just like they copied the paint, this incredible luminescent pearl white paint from BC Rich. But anyway, so there you have it. Super, super clean. This one is number 2232. So it's an early San Dimas plate for a pointy. And look at the bird's eye maple on this thing. Let me move this so you could get a better look. Hold on. Okay. Look at the bird's eye on that. Can you see that, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful quality of wood back then. Beautiful, great quality bird's eye maple through the whole freaking neck. There you go. Really, really nice. Very clean plate. Clean back. I wish you could get how pearlized this paint is and what incredible condition this specific guitar is. This thing was barely played. It was basically bought by a guy who mowed lawns every summer of 1983 to buy this. So let me show you what's interesting. And again, you have, a volume, a tone, a 3-way selector switch. Of course, that classic gold Charvel logo on the headstock. I love these original San Dimas Charvels. They are such a high quality guitar. They play like butter. They're just amazing. And of course, I have the original old school tremolo bar that those V-Trems came with. Very Fender looking, right? But this is the fun part. This receipt, this old receipt, it was bought in New York, up in White Plains at a Sam Ash store. It's still got the original, info. But this is the fun part. If you look at the bottom, the kid paid out over the summer. He came in every week making a payment on the guitar for mowing lawns. And it was, let's see, $20, $25, $30, $16. He just kept, every time he got a little bit of money, this kid worked the summer and came in and was paying off this guitar until he finally got it. Back in the day, this cost $651 for that guitar. That's pretty amazing, right? But isn't that cool? Look at all these little payments on the receipt, on the original receipt. I think that's so cool when you get history in a guitar case from that, and you hear from the former owner what the deal was. He thought he wanted to learn guitar. His brother-in-law was a big guitar player. He told him to get a good Charvel, and in 1983 he went to the store, picked that out, and or actually 1984. The guitar was made in 1983, dated from the serial number. But I think it's so cool that imagining some kid, because we've all been there. We've all been there at some point when we, back in the day when we wanted a guitar, we all looked at the rows on 48th Street or on your local guitar, store shelf, and you saw these rows of gorgeous, expensive guitars. Some of us are there right now where we just can't afford something, and it's like, hey, do you have a layaway plan? And to a kid, to a teenager who wanted to rock out in the 80s and saw this gorgeous pearl white Charvel and the bird's eye neck, and oh my God, all my heroes play Charvel. Such a great guitar. And lo and behold, here's this guy coming up and saying, I have a $15 deposit. Can I pay off every week? And every week is coming in $20, $30, $16 until by the end of summer, he's got the whole thing paid off and he goes home and rocks that thing. Unfortunately, he didn't stick with it, but that's why it's in such good condition today. The paint is just perfect and it's so clean. And I just love when you find little hidden treasures like this paperwork with a beautiful guitar like that. Now, of course, it's got really nice rosewood board back when Brazilian rosewood was the order of the day. And I love that, nice. Look at the thick slab that they used to give you of rosewood. Look at that. Nice big chunk of rosewood on your fretboard. They don't do that anymore. Now it's like a thin layer of whatever rosewood you could get. And it's like slicing sushi. They're trying to get it so thin. Just enough. Maybe they'll take a brown magic marker on maple and say, yeah, it's rosewood. Sure. It's it's the color of the crayon I used to color in the board. Rosewood. Yeah. Yeah, and you should see, this is when the guitar store owners back then were grumpy old men. Like Johnny, don't we have a photo of one of the guitar store owners? I think we do, right?
This guy?
That's him. Yeah. That I believe that's Ed Roman. That might be Ed Roman. Yeah, no. So, you imagine, you're a kid, you're like, let me see that Charvel. And, it's like back in the day, like Yostenair says, $650 back then equates to about $1,800 today with inflation. So imagine, you're that kid walking in with $15 and they put the guitar aside and you mow all those lawns and work the whole summer knowing that by the time you're done, come the fall, come the time to go back to school, you will have in your hand the guitar you chose off of that wall. That's a great fucking feeling, man. I know that feeling. That's a great feeling, And of course,
Or maybe
the finish on these is great.
I'm thinking maybe he wasn't cutting grass, but maybe he was selling weed.
He was selling grass.
Yeah, he was selling weed back then.
No, they told me the deal. They told me exactly what was going on. Of course, you have those, the brass strap locks up here. Right there. But look how clean that bridge is. These bridges are usually pretty pitted. It's really clean. And same with the plate. The serial plates usually show a lot of wear, a lot of scratches. This one's really, really clean. Still has all the original chrome and black on it. Really nice. Just a great freaking guitar. I love Charvel's. BC Rich is one of my favorites. Charvel's one of my favorites. Kramer's one of my favorites. I love a lot of brands, but this one is so great to have the history of it. And like I said, if you'd see it in person, it is just like a pearl. It is so rare a paint job. I've never seen another Charvel painted like this. I've seen a couple of BC Riches painted like that because that was their glitter rock white color, but I've never seen a Charvel. This had to have been a customer request. It was not a standard color they offered, but the thing about old Charvels, if you could say it, they can build it. So there you go. So that is today's show and tell guitar of the week. 1983 two humbucker pearl white Strat pointy headstock Charvel. That is today's show and tell guitar of the week. Cheers to you.
So 1986, is that what year that one was?
1983, but thanks for listening.
What year was it that you would see guitars that were, and on the headstock it would say Charvel Jackson, where the two companies
that was when they moved out of San Dimas and they moved to Ontario. That was 1987 or late 1986 to be specific, and early 1987. They moved the factory from San Dimas to Ontario. And at that point, Jackson was going to be made in the United States and Charvel's was only going to be made as an import. So that was for years the end of the USA made Charvel's. The only USA made was Jackson. And Jackson, they made both imports and in the United States. Charvel was only the imports, what was called the model series. But there was about they stopped the serial numbering at, I think, 5492 for Charvel's at that time and didn't resume it until Fender bought the company years later.
And the Jackson is the famous Grover Jackson from all the Grover tuners.
So, right. And what it is, Wayne Charvel had the Charvel company, which started as hot rod parts for guitars like Fenders. You get hot rod Strats. They sold upgrade necks, upgrade tremolos, upgrade, whatever. They were hot rodding Fender Strats, basically.
Yeah, and then that's what Eddie's Bumblebee was.
Correct. Originally a Charvel. So what it was is Wayne Charvel had Grover Jackson working for him, and basically they started doing pre-production, going from hot rod parts made for guitars like Fenders and whatever to making bodies, and like DiMarzio bodies and what was the other brand? Was it gosh, I'm having a brain fart here. Boogie bodies. They were taking boogie bodies and souping them up into these pre-made hot rod guitars, and then started making their own bodies and necks, and finally making what was called pre-production, pre-serial numbering guitars, fully ready to go, all hot rodded, meaning they had a tremolo, they had one or two humbuckers, they had a fast neck, they had good controls, basically made for shredding guitars. And, they saw the writing on the wall that this was the music that was coming into play. And what was happening was eventually they did that, And then after about 750 of those, they started serial numbering them. But the history with it was Wayne Charvel had Grover Jackson working for him. Grover Jackson kind of saw the writing on the wall that these type of guitars was going to be in vogue. And what was winding up happening was Wayne Charvel, not a very good businessman, Grover Jackson, very savvy. And Wayne said, geez, how are we doing? Are sales good? And Grover's like, sales are dropping off, man. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to survive. I don't think in a couple of months we're going to be able to pay our rent and stuff. And Wayne's like, Jesus Christ, it's that bad? And Grover's like, yeah, the sales are, he was cooking the books, and Wayne basically said, geez, I'm thinking maybe should we close down? Should we get out of it? Should we minimize? Should we fire people? And Grover's like, I know this sounds crazy, but I mean, I'm looking for something to put my money into. I mean, maybe it's a bad investment, but maybe I'll buy you out. I mean, if the price is cheap enough. And Wayne's like seeing this as maybe a saving grace that, hey, maybe here's my chance to get out. This isn't working out. I tried doing these hot rod guitars. Maybe it was a bad idea after all. I mean, I thought maybe, but we spent so much money. Grover says we're losing money. Maybe it's a better idea. I feel bad ripping off Grover by, selling him out the company, but I guess if he wants, I can't stop him. All right, Grover, I'll sell you the company. So Grover Jackson bought Charvel. And at that point, once Wayne was out, then he had the true sales figures, which were climbing. And then Grover put production into overdrive and started advertising and showing what the custom shop could do. He put out an ad showing, all the, the colorful, flashy graphics and colors and stuff. And people, the rockers that were coming in were like, hey, these guitars are great. Love it. And Grover then kept Charvel going, rapid breakneck pace, very successful. And when Randy Rhoads came in and said, hey, I want something like this, and he brought a drawing on a napkin of the Concorde SST plane, but sort of as a guitar shape. And he's like, can you build me one of these? Grover's like, well, yeah, I can, but you want it neck through? We don't build neck through guitars. I mean, that's more a BC Rich thing. But I mean, I could try, but will you be okay if I, change the name? Because if it didn't work out, I wouldn't want to sully the Charvel name. So what name would you put on it? And Grover thought, and he's like, Jackson. I'll put my name on the headstock. I'll make it an offshoot shell of the company, a division of Charvel, and I'll make you this prototype. He made Randy the prototype. And after that, he made him a year later after Randy, dialed in some adjustments saying, hey, I want more upper fret access. Can you make the horn a little longer? Can you make this a little narrower? Grover came up with what became the Rhoads guitar. Randy played it all of about 3 months before his untimely passing. And the rest is history. After a year of waiting, since Randy passed away, Grover reached out to Randy's mother and said, hey, listen, I started this idea of a neck through guitar with Randy. We called it the Rhoads guitar, and it was exclusively for Randy, but I'm getting a lot of requests for it. I want to build these, but I wouldn't do it without your blessing. And Dolores Rhoads, Randy's mother, said, you know what? It would be a nice tribute to my son, but we got to work out a deal. And Grover said, no problem. And he gave her a royalty in perpetuity for every Rhoads guitar ever sold. And that was the deal. And 1 year later, 1983, Grover started selling the Rhoads guitar, starting with number 0 given to Dolores Rhoads and number 1 and up to the general public. And the rest is history. And from there, Jackson and Charvel were 2 different divisions of the same company. And they've had various interactions of, like I said, sometimes some years were imports, some years were American. Now, both owned by Fender, being made both as imports and Americans. So there is your history lesson on Charvel and Jackson as companies.
Very nice. John be dropping some knowledge.
Yeah, no, I'm friends with Grover and I know the whole story, but There you go.
Wake up, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's a great story.
No, smash that
and,
like button. You just learned something today. Smash
Yeah.
that like button.
Super cool, man. Now, what do you
Yeah.
know about Asian
Hookers,
porn
plenty.
stars? Yeah.
Let me give you a rundown. For starters, the best place in Los Angeles. Well, start with the best place in New York because that's really what I know. But the best place in Los Angeles is Little Ming's 5-finger discount. That's what it's called, the 5-finger discount. Those 5 fingers, though, aren't stealing; they're rubbing. Happy ending, happy ending. You pay an extra $20. Wait a second. What are you asking about, Dan?
Well, you're dropping a lot of knowledge, and so thought I would kind of head in the direction.
If head
that,
is an extra $40, but you could talk them down to $30. Some of those girls work privately, so wax on,
$30.
whack off. Wax on, whack off. Wax on, whack off. Miyagi's secret of hand jobs. There we go.
Yikes.
You know what? My old guitar player back in the 80s bought
This
a
is
Randy
like an episode
Rhoads
of
Jackson.
Goldberg's. Back
He
in
bought
the
a
80s.
Randy Rhoads Jackson that was white, and the serial number was 0048. I still remember that. He bought it from the guy's name was Aquilino. His last name was Aquilino, and he was in that band here in Phoenix called Icon, which was on Capitol. First 2 albums were on Capitol Records. But the kid in Icon, he took sandpaper and he shaved the back of the neck. So it didn't have any finish on the back of the neck. But I do remember the Randy Rhoads Jackson from back in the 80s. My best friend and guitar player had that guitar. And I remember the serial number was 0048.
I shaved my balls. Does that have anything to do with it? You said shaving. No, listen, I have a lot of Rhodes guitars. I love those early serial numbers. Those things, they just appeal to me personally. I love the early serial numbers. I know, Kirk Hammett has number 5. I have some early ones too. I love those early serial numbers. They're great guitars. Look, all the San Dimas, Charvels, and Jacksons are terrific. The Ontarios are good too. I like the San Dimas ones a little bit better. Before they made that switch, I can feel the difference. You can put both in my hands. I can feel a difference, but I will say they're still great guitars, both of them. But I love those early Rhodes. Yeah, I have a bunch under 100, like a number of them. They're very cool. They're very cool. And I like all of them. My white Rhodes, I think, is number 86, if I remember. But I have earlier ones than that, but I love them. And no, look, they're great guitars. They're just great guitars. And yeah, everyone in the chat's like, yeah, Grover was pulling a fast one. Yeah, no, he did, man. Grover was a businessman, and Grover saw the money. Huh?
Kind of a funny story that I have about the band Icon, the local band here in Phoenix. And again, my guitar player got the guitar 0048 serial number from John Aquilino, who was the guitar player in Icon. And he owned that name Icon. And then, what was it, maybe 20 years ago, some big movie producer started Icon Pictures, right? You know what I'm talking about? Is there a movie production studio called Icon?
I mean, I'll take your word that there is.
Yeah, well, John Aquilino, I hear, made a buttload of money because he owned the name Icon for the band, and he was able to sell that to some big production company.
And they were willing to pay for the name, or he sued him later on?
Yeah, I think he made a ton of money.
I'm a stingy Jew, man. I would just change the name. I'd be like, oh, it's Icon. Okay, well, now it's Awesome Studios, and it cost me $0.
Right.
So some big businessman, Icon, huh? So they own the name Icon. Well, I want the name Icon. $300,000 for the name. No, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. I repeat myself. Fuck that. I am paying whatever name is free. Unless it's Mancuda Studios. And that I'm not paying for either. So yeah, I'm not paying for no name. What are you, a boatload of money? Who the fuck would pay a boatload of money? There's a million names you could come up with. Why would you pay all this money? What the fuck? Icon Studios, are they bankrupt right now, or we spent all our filmmaking money buying the name?
Stories I hear. Try to comprehend as much of it. I almost remembered that Pamela joke about her running on the beach. From a long
I'll pay
time.
$300,000 if you can make Pamela Anderson's vagina tighter. Yeah, I don't know what
Icon Studios. There's a million of them.
Yeah, and well, one of them is really on
There's
a
a
high
million of
budget
them, huh?
to pay the band Icon. I don't even know what lawyer got on that one. Damaged from your name being ripped off of your band?
Yeah.
Damaged? Negligence? Stolen name? Ah, sounds like you deserve a cash award for your pain and suffering of your band being pilfered.
That's one of the hardest things to do is come up with a good band name, and then you Google it. I got the perfect band name, and then you Google it, and there's like 5 other bands that already are using it.
I'd come up with a great name. Try Johnny. Try the Greasy Anal Ferrets. See if that Google Greasy Anal Ferrets. See if there's a band. See if there's a band called Greasy Anal Ferrets.
Look and see if there's flyers.
Yeah. See, Google it, Johnny. See if there's Greasy Anal Ferrets. See if there's a band. I'll bet there's not. What a cool name.
No,
Greasy
there's
Anal
not.
Ferrets.
No, you Googled Greasy Anal Ferrets? What comes up, Johnny?
You can get that one.
Everybody, quick, at home. Do it with the family. It's fun. Greasy Anal Ferrets. Check it out. See if that's
Alexa, Google.
Alexa, please Google Greasy Anal Ferrets. Siri, please Google Greasy Anal Ferrets. Right now, 1,000.
Oh, all the band names are coming up now.
1,000 home units came on, and like wives everywhere are like, what? What the? Yeah, I'm just for shits and giggles. I got to do it now. Let's see what comes up.
Oh my gosh!
Hold on. Now I'm curious. Now I'm so curious.
Google image.
Greasy Anal Ferrets. Let's see. Ooh.
It was a big thing. Remember Sofa King? How trendy that was for a while?
Ooh. That's disturbing.
Sofa King.
But nope, it's not a band name.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Hey, look up Popcorn the Band. See what comes up.
Well, that's Johnny, myself, Paulie, Blue Rhino, and JoJo the Chimp.
Does Google recognize
that's our old band.
Does Google recognize that?
Now we may, Dane, we may someday get offered enough money to reunite Popcorn the Band, and we will have a tour. Paul will be on his calliope. Johnny will be playing guitar. Myself, Blue Rhino, and we may even find restitution and common ground with JoJo the Chimp, still in litigation over the
money's
name
right,
Popcorn the Band. If the money's right, we will work with JoJo again. Sure, we will. We could be bought.
Mm-hmm.
We could be bought.
Is the actual band name Popcorn the Band? Is that the entire name?
Popcorn.
Or is it just
Popcorn the Band?
Or is it just Popcorn?
Well, it's Popcorn. It's Popcorn.
Because there is a band called Popcorn. They play
band name stolen. Litigation's the key. Negligence. You're entitled to a large cash award. Someone stole your band name. Popcorn the Band. Ah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. The album said Popcorn the Band, so I don't know. That's up to our lawyers. It may technically be Popcorn the Band. So we'll see. Hey, listen, as long as the cash offers come rolling in, I don't care if they call us candy corn, kettle corn, or there's corn in my shit. Okay? I'm fine with any of them as long as that cash is rolling in. Bring those offers in. Come on. Johnny, myself, Paulie, Blue Rhino, JoJo, we're all ready to get back on the road. Right? I'm a road dog. That's right. Blue Rhino's ready to go. Pay me. Uh-huh. That's what he says.
Road again.
Pay me. That's right. Blue Rhino's ready to get paid and laid. Look, just paid.
Huh?
Yeah.
Blue Rhino. There he is.
Well, you guys just got to give me a check. He's ready to go. Yeah. Popcorn the Band will reunite for the right money. That's all. Anyway.
Probably.
What else we got?
Giveaway before.
Oh, yeah. Let's do our Van Halen giveaway. Last chance tonight on the Van Halen giveaway. We're going to do it right the fuck now. Van Halen picks giveaway. If you have not won anything in the last 30 days, you can enter right now. Type #win in the chat right now. We are about to do this giveaway. We're going to give you another 30 seconds to do it. #win. Type it in the chat to be eligible to win right now this cool set of Van Halen guitar picks. Costs nothing to win on this show. We always have fabulous prizes. What do we have, Blue Rhino?
That really is a great prize.
Fabulous prizes. That's right.
Those picks really are a great prize.
We give
Do you
away only
do you
the
carry
best
them?
gear.
Those are super cool. No, I don't have any of those. Unfortunately.
Well, Dane, if
I got
you
Swiss picks.
Swiss picks are awesome. Proud sponsor of the show. But this is different. This is a very specific prize. It's not what you use every day. It's more a collector's item. But there they are. Official EVH. Van
Straight
Halen.
from Dunlop.
Very cool looking picks. Renus, no joking about Blue Rhino.
Behind Johnny Beane's green screen is 10,000 boxes of Eddie Van Halen picks. Yep,
There
they're
we
back
go.
there.
There they are.
10,000 cases. of Eddie Van
10,000
Halen
cases. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
37 entries. Look at this.
Your odds
guys
are
ready?
very,
That's-
very good.
that's a
Anyone
good
else in the
prize.
chat? Last chance. Type in now. #win. We are about to do the drawing. We're going to give away these guitar picks. Why the hell not? And while you're doing it, smash the like button. Because why not? It's free.
Metal Mike 5150 plays those every day. He uses those every day.
Swiss picks he uses every day.
Nice.
Excellent. All right.
Straight from Dunlop.
The lovely Lindy Lynch has entered.
You guys ready?
All right, here we go.
Spin the wheel.
No more entries. Johnny, spin that wheel. Let's pick a winner of tonight's prize.
40
Here we go.
entries. That's
Here
a
we
lot of
go.
entries.
Here we go.
All right. Slowing down. Winner is
Metal Mike 5150.
Metal Mike 5150.
Wow.
And Metal Mike says he uses those every day.
Whoa.
Metal Mike 5150.
Very deserving.
Talk about a great prize for you, brother. Congratulations, man.
Man, you have an extra. How many are in here?
He's got six.
Six.
more coming.
You have almost an extra week.
Very
of
cool,
picks.
brother. Very cool. Nice. Congrats, Metal Mike 5150. Well done, brother.
You can get the whole thing on your mic stand, set them all up, throw them out at the crowd, play a couple riffs, grab one, play a riff, throw it out to the crowd.
Are you injured from a pick in your eye thrown at a concert? You deserve a cash award for your pain and suffering. The law offices are bind them, bend them, and bang them. will get you the cash award you deserve for that guitar player's negligence and the cause of your eye injury. Thank you, Black Salami.
All right, fellas, I'm going home.
With who?
Good night, everybody. Thank you guys
Thank
for having
you.
me on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dane Zimmerman of Zim's Guitars in Arizona. Pop over and visit Dane if you're ever in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah, East Phoenix, east side of Phoenix.
Inside of Jean Grey, Phoenix.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one. Thank you, Dane.
Bye, Dan.
And of course, let's give thanks to our audience, our beloved audience who has the time to leave comments on the video, smash the like button, and of course, leave reviews on Google. We love that. Mention Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. Tell your friends. Waste their time too. Ha ha.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very, very important. Please leave some reviews on Google. Just Google Johnny Beane TV, and there'll be a review section.
What
Very
else we
easy.
got, Johnny? Anything else?
I will be live tomorrow doing Talking Van Halen on Twitch. I've got some Van Halen stuff to talk about. Very exciting.
Cool. We do love Van Halen here on the channel.
Yes. So join me, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. Please. And Metal Mike, send me a message. You can text this phone number right here. Let me know where to send those. I'll send them out tomorrow.
Yeah. What else we got? Anyone else in the chat want to bring anything up? Yeah, man, Cody, your show sucks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
But when you use the line "this show sucks," make sure to put Mancuta's name.
Yeah,
in there.
make sure to blame me for all this shit. So absolutely. Renus wants to talk about fur burgers. Yeah. I think that says it all. I'd rather go out and get a fur burger. Okay, I think we're good.
Wow.
Johnny, let's give thanks to our channel members because we love our audience. We really do. We don't take you for granted. Make no mistake.
Like other
we
channels.
are grateful that you guys spend your time here. Let's thank David Allen Wright, Mike Neese, Keenan Neighbors, Paul Martin Woods, Mr. Mick, Bubby Dukakis, Smallmouth Guy, Lawrence Christensen, Symmetry, Majestic PB&J Cat, Warlag, Sherman Callahan, James 5150, James Gum, Wayno, Thomas Santiago, Vinyl Freak 5150, Dan Halen, James G, Music Therapy Laz, Andy Carson, Rick Green, The Chad, Christopher Live Sawa, All Dave, All Night, Murphy, Steve Barton, Fernando Riley, Laguna Palms, Robot Master Switch, R2R3 Locking Nuts, 6 Chick 71, John Morana, Hillary Lewis, Jeff T, 5150 TV, Kurt 5150, KXM Rock, Arhab, Stephen Franklin, Carol Hatcher, Sean Shreds, Margaret Scranton, Michael the Captain Smith, Jesus Rapes Me, Nicole Mrazek, Brian Spalding, False Flag, Ghost BC Rich, Hugh Caldwell, Jim Nicholas, Mr. BHB Jr., that's Bruce, Thomas Santiago, Lily Lou, and my little geriatric sex kid Mary, Feel Better, Lenny Lou, Bo Zeke, Steve Carmichael, and of course, thank you everyone for wishes for Mama Mancuta's tummy ache today to get better, and everyone who was wishing Neanderthal, the great Neanderthal, my buddy Neanderthal, my partner on air Neanderthal, to get better from whatever is ailing him today. We love you. We miss you, brother. And thank you, Dane Zimmerman and Johnny Beane and all of our sponsors. But most importantly, thank you in our audience because we appreciate and love you. Remember, it is nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Be nice to each other out there.
Yeah, be nice to us, please.
Yeah.
And thank you to Robert Stoltz and Flying Pickle.
Thank you, Robert Stoltz and Flying Pickle. Hey now.
Yeah. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night, Talking Van Halen on Twitch.
Absolutely.
The only Van Halen show on Twitch.
That
so
matters.
Far. Yes. All right.
Are we good?
We're good.
We love you.
Love you
Thank
all.
you, Lindy, for being so sexy and being in our audience. Thank you. No, we really do love you all. We really do appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. Hit the like button on your way out. Leave comments on the video. Check out those American Idol videos I told you about, and check out American Slang's new single coming out on Friday. Let us know what you think. I'm very big on American slang. You guys know that. Okay. Love you all. Rock on, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye, everybody. A very disappointing show, John. You've embarrassed the family once again. Terrible. Just terrible. Thanks, Mom. Oh.